Hello people of Earth, it's your pal the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today is Thursday, and you know what that means. It's time for 3 hours of action as we continue our relaunch of the GWA in Fire Pro Wrestling World. But first I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, happy to have you with us. I hope the day finds you well. Alright, give me just a second or two to orient myself before I blippity blappity bloopy on over to the GWA screen. Hey, GR. Nice to see ya. Been well. Hope the same for you. Alright. Let's pop ourselves into the upper quadrant. There we go. Alright, so I restrained myself this time around. I did not muck about with anything in the week between our last broadcast and this, so I didn't pre-book anything. So we're going to find out the state of our talent and promotion live as we should be doing. So let's go to Records and Help, because the first thing I need to be checking every month now, with not a lot of additional facilities to help my talent recover, like they're sort of on their own for their own healthcare at the moment and stuff like that, so I just got to make sure that they're not working themselves, that I'm not working them too hard, they're not working themselves too hard. Like, I'm just setting up singles matches. It's, you know, obviously up to the talent to determine how hard they're going to go. Wow, Kobashi's already up to a B+ and an A. That's awesome. Clearly the centerpiece of the roster, but let's all green, feeling normal. That's good. It usually goes good, normal, poor. So if they're in the middle of the road, that's not too shabby, but let's take a look at everybody here before we can start work on booking our next card. Boink. Oh dear. Okay, so Tejano is poor and yellow at the neck. Okay, how's Matt Robinson doing? Normal, but orange. So, gotta watch out for it, but this should be alright to work a match. Howard's okay. Good on ya. B&B. What's Matt? B&B? Nice. B&B. Okay. Houston's hurting. They're starting to turn orange on the neck and they're feeling poorly. Mickey Williams is hurting. They feel poor, but their neck is yellow. Thomas Walker is fine. Ooh. Bill Bullock is getting towards red in the neck and feeling poor. So we're going to rest Bullock for sure. Alright, so they're getting the month off, guaranteed. And then... if I give Bullock and Houston time off, what can I do? 1, 2, I can do 3 matches. Maybe. Okay, but they're still poor. Half my talent is hurting. So who is less poor? So Tejano can probably still work a match. Mickey Williams can probably still work a match. So let us, live and on the fly, consult the GWA title bracket, the Championship Series graphic here, and let's see. Who did I just say? Tejano and Williams? Do they need to face each other? They do not. They already did. Okay. Drat. Onward we move. But they can at least work, so if I put them against somebody that's normal or good, they should be okay. So who, like, straight up can't work? Bullock, and it would probably behoove me to rest Houston. That puts me down to 6 talent, so I gotta bring in 2 people. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna do a mock card at first. I'm gonna just book see if I can find the 3 matches. Alright, I'm just gonna book them. So if we're resting Bullock and Houston, that eliminates them. Let's take a look again at our graphic and see if we can't find 2 opponents to put together. 2 people to put across the ring for one another. So let me bring that up, and then I will head on over to my word processor here. Okay, Houston and Bullock are out. Howard is feeling dandy. Howard needs to face Williams and Tejano. I'm going to do Howard Williams. Okay, let's see what this does for us. Year 1, year 1, month 6, Howard Williams. That's the Howard end of it. And the Williams end of it. Year 1, month 6. So let's... Actually, I need to book a mock card. Let's do it on this chart. Anyhow. All those within the sound of my voice. Howard's taken care of. Houston we're skipping. Howard's taken care of. Bill Bullock is skipping. Matt Robinson needs to face Thomas Walker, Kobashi, or Tejano. I'm gonna do... Wait, have Walker and Kobashi face each other? Just that. Oh, I'm gonna do Kobashi. Can I do Kobashi? Well, this is where it gets tricky, right? Because if I do Kobashi... Yes, I can do Kobashi, Robinson, and then I can do Thomas Walker, Tejano. Pretty confident that I'm going to be able to do this. Robinson, Kobashi. Kobashi, Robinson. Year 1, 6. Kobashi's only going to have one match after this, so I can start giving him some time off. Not that he needs it, it seems, but I can start giving him some time off. What's the other one? Tejano, Thomas Walker. Yes. Year 1, month 6. Year 1, month 6. See, the trick of all of this is we need to... There I am back in the corner. The trick of all this is we need to balance not only the health of our performers, but make it make sense in terms of the additional round-robin tournament we're sort of booking on the fly around the fact that we have 8 performers on the roster. But since we can only put on 3 matches, and I am a stickler for at least putting on a 4-match card because that's going to, give us our best opportunity to increase our fan base. Like if we have a roster of 8, we should at least be able to put on 4 singles matches every show. Despite having to rest some folk, we'll get some guests in. I have a short list of guests that we have I've already employed that I can be taking a look at, but if you'll excuse me for one moment, I just need to write the month 6 card into my supporting text document, which I'm also using to help keep track of things. Okay. Oop. Jack Howard will be facing Mickey Williams. Oh boy, that'll be a rough one. Matt Robinson. Like all 3 of these could headline, as far as I'm concerned. Matt Robinson versus Kenta Kobashi. And then Thomas Walker will be facing Tejano Jr. Tejano Jr. Tejano Jr. Okay, so we need a couple of friends to swing on by and grace us with their presence. I just haven't written in my text file. I don't have a proper match order yet. I'll figure that out later. So let us invite some friends. Oh, Damian Priest already hurt. Ouchies, poor guy. See, this is what happens. Even a company as large as this, and they're already running talent into the ground. I don't want to run that. You run that risk just not having the facilities to help them get better after they bust their butts in matches. But okay. Oh, look at that. Braun Strowman, free agent in North America. Life imitating, or art imitating life in this case. I didn't even know that Randy Orton was also free. That's crazy. Okay, so when I sort this alphabetically, we are going to have a ridiculous amount of talent because the Hall of Fame promotion hath failed. So if you see any giant names, and here, for example, like Batista, like they're all literal WWE Hall of Famers. There's a lot of people outside of our price range that the free agent pool across the world is ridiculous. Speaking of, we have only really looked at free agents from North America, and there was no travel costs involved with bringing other people here. So let me go ahead and see if I can't find somebody affordable in Europe or something to bring on by. Oh, Andre the Giant in France. Very reasonable salary for Andre the Giant on your roster, but who's going to beat him? Also, I hope that the fact that he's legit would have been 73 isn't going to factor into him retiring on you in 6 months or something like that. Anyway. All right, let's see if we can find somebody to move forward. Oh, all right away. I'm not concerned about match style at all. I'm more concerned with popularity. If I can get something over a D in any of the categories would be great. Salary, if they say 500, they might want to come in for $1,000. And the best attack and defense rating I can go with, because those are all contributing to putting on better matches. And since I gotta find 2 of them, the match style doesn't really matter because I'm just throwing 2 people in the ring together and telling them to have a strong style match anyway. And strong style in a Fire Pro game is just sort of general wrestling match type of thing. It's like the default, which is why we have so many options in terms of like cage matches and stuff. Here we go, like a Jamie Hayter here. Pretty good popularity, strong style. Keep in mind. Oh, all right. Wouldn't mind bringing in Dragunov. Now we're talking. They're all very affordable over here. Let's see. So they got a decent popularity in Europe and Japan, which is kind of fun. They're not really going to bring too many people to the show, but we got to fill out this card, and in so doing, I know we're going to at least fill the stands or do better than I think 2,200 we did last time we ran an event. So we're just trying to beat 2,200 in the I think 3,000 seater. I mean, match 2,200 would be great. Let's not lie. But if I can beat it, so much the better. Ooh, nope, 2 Beans here. All right. Hey, what's up, Tyler Bate? Nice to see you. Okay, so I don't even need to, pick from the same area of the world. I'm just trying to bring in people. So I'm gonna throw some cash at Dragunov here for our opening contest and see if they bite. Yep, I'm expecting to pay about double their monthly fee just for the privilege of having them, but that, in terms of our average wrestler cost, is right in line. So if I spend about $1,000 on 2 visiting talent, I can kind of, like in the bookkeeping sense of things, consider myself as having a 10-person roster with like 2 very rotating slots of the last 2. Anyway, fingers crossed that they want to come on down and show their wares in front of the GWA audience. Yeah, wonderful. So I'm going to save that quick because we at least have one friend coming in. Okay, excellent. So we got Ilya Dragunov coming in. That's awesome. I'm not going to attempt to spell that properly. Sure. Oof. It just hurts to look at the way I spelled it, so I'm sure I am butchering it. Let me update my text files real quick. We have to bring in 2 guests this time around. Sometimes we can get away with 1, depending on whom we need to rest. Okay, so Ilya Dragunov has come in for our opening match, and we are going to now find them an opponent from across the great big old wide world. Certainly not from WWE, we're just going from the free agent pool. Okay, is there somebody here? The legendary Tito Santana, perhaps? Nope. Robin. Like for reals? Like the... Just Robin? Okay. Oh, Rey Fenix. Wow, that is ridiculously affordable to have Rey Fenix on your roster. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Oh. Pimpinella Escarlata. Cool, I didn't remember. Like, it was a blitz and a blur adding AAA and CMLL. Like, literally 150 new talent shows up in the wrestling universe. Sometimes some of them slip through the cracks, and I had not known that I actually found Pimpinella Escarlata to add. That's awesome. All right. Oh, Negro Casas still working at 60. Wowzers. But look at that popularity. Wow. Holy crap. Worth every penny, I'm sure. That's actually that's still not bad for a legend of that status if you were to run a show in Latin America. Also, worldwide, grabbing him for your roster. Okay, Octagon Jr. Oh, here's another one. Mia Mascaras. Surprisingly affordable, given that they are literally like another Hall of Famer here. Okay. Whoa, look at that guy. Cranio. They look wild. I'm looking for... Yeah, El Quixote. A striking double arm suplex is their finish. Okay. Let's see if I can do a little better than C. Because I know at least I got C pluses out of, or I'm going to get C pluses out of Ilya Dragunov. Freestyle, that's no good. That's like amateur wrestling. Who is this? Oh, Addis. I didn't see their name. Okay. Angel Garza. Alright, let's move on. Let's see if maybe bring in someone from Japan. Okay, first off, I'm just looking at salary concerns. Anything under 1,000 we'll look at. What's up, Gota? Alright. And how? Wouldn't be terrible. Current Pro Wrestling Noah talent, I believe. Not too familiar with them. Backdrop driver. Okay. Pretty good popularity. This might be the move. Okay, Hideyoshi Kamatani. Yeah, might be coming in because they fit all the criteria. DC popularity. So they are just as popular in the same areas as Ilya is. Different match style, but that's okay. King's Road and Strong Style will work just fine together, and they both have, you know, C+s and C+s. Okay, so shortlisted already, for sure. Oh. Alright, not so great. Also 3 costumes. Wow, what a good edit. I wonder if they're former... I'm not intimately familiar with them. I think they are part of, like, Noah at the moment. I'm not sure. They might be former, like, Wrestle 1 talent. Also not entirely sure. Or 01 talent, or one of the other defunct promotions. Alright, Jado, definitely not. Ooh, if you weren't so expensive, absolutely. Just bring in June for a pop real quick. Okay, still looking good there, Hideyoshi. Kamitani. I gotta remember Kamitani. Nope, not as good. Mad Polly. Wow, a B and a B. Hang on. This is our move. Mad Polly for sure. A B and a B, good condition, strong style, and they have American popularity. Americans are aware of Mad Polly, so that's our new leader. Look at that. I mean, if Ilya's at a C+ in both categories and Mad Polly's at a B, that's pretty close, and it should be a pretty heated contest because we're going to get a B effort at minimum out of Mad Polly, the Polly Buster. Okay, got a couple of lariats and power bombs. I should be paying more attention to finishes and signature moves when I'm bringing people into the Fed. Okay, all right. So, new front runner by a long shot. Oh, dang. Okay, only because of my familiarity with Masa Kitamiya would I be considering them over Mad Polly because you get worse defense. Oh, actually, that might balance things out because Ilya's C++. You know, if they're a B and a C, doesn't that kind of average out to being a C+ overall? Anyway, okay, well, amongst these then. What's up, Michael Nakazawa? That's okay. Yeah, alright, so these are some DDT talent I'm seeing here that I'm familiar with. Hey, Ryota Hama. Did they win the Triple Crown? I feel like Hama got a very short run with the Triple Crown. Sonata, but they're... I don't know about freestyle. Which is weird, because... I guess it makes sense because he's like a submission wrestler, but freestyle is like amateur wrestling in this game. It's not do whatever you want. That's apparently strong style. Okay, well, I don't mean do whatever you want. I just mean like standard catch-all sort of wrestling. Catch is catch, can all. Terusuke. Nope. I think they're still looking good in the M's there. Mad Polly or Masa Kitamiya so far. So good. Keep that price down. Nope. What's up, Yohei? Ooh, baby. That's a future roster consideration, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I might want to change the name of his finishing maneuver, but beyond that, you know, just bleep that out a little bit. Okay. Oh, Yuka Sakazaki. Fun. Ooh, close. Close. Certainly worth a look, but your winner, Mad Polly. Alright, cross your fingers that Mad Polly wants to fly in from Japan to work European talent on an American show for the low cost of whatever they're charging just for their salary. I don't have to worry about trans, so let's do it. Yeah! Alright, Mad Polly. What a weird way to start off our show. To me, also, this is, you know, scouting future talent because they are affordable. They are picked because they offer more than just a warm body. I'm picking them because for the, like, you know, price ratio, for match quality, so on and so forth. it's kind of the best I can be doing right now. So, as I'm talking to you here, I am... okay, I am ordering the matches, and then we'll see... I got a 1, 2, 3, 4 in my little text file here. We'll see if they shake out 1, 2, 3, 4 when we actually book the show. Okay, so event. Time to finally book. Before we do, let's take one last look. Here's what we're going for this month in terms of our title contention. Jack Howard will be facing Mickey Williams, Matt Robinson will be facing Kenta Kobashi, and Thomas Walker will be facing El Tejano Jr. Boink. So, let us make that happen. In our main events, I'm going to be going with Matt Robinson. I feel for you, buddy, I really do. And Kenta Kobashi. If there were a way I could tell them to, like, maybe go not 100%, like maybe go a little less than bajillions. Also, wait, I heard there are locker room rumblings, by which I mean, I saw this on a message board, that if you actually do this, okay, did that actually change? 540 if I put it in the literal main event slot. If I go actually down to putting both of them back into match 4, where they're technically going to live, okay, it's exactly the same. So there was some scuttlebutt on message board about if you actually booked the main event in what amounts to the main event slot, more people would show up because there was a little, I don't know, glitch of the matrix, or maybe you could use the something in the algorithm to your advantage, but no such luck. So, our next match will be featuring, to me, it's a rock-solid card. Can't not be. Mickey Williams. Jack Howard, our number 2 face in the company. It's Kobashi and Howard are like number 1 and 2 faces for sure. Okay. Another singles match, please. Who's left here? The Dirty Rat. The Brilliant Devil. Thomas Walker. It's the... See, look at his... If he just didn't have that weapon attack, if he just got rid of the fork, everything else this guy does, there's no reason he wouldn't, like, skyrocket to the top of the card, you know? It's just taking that shortcut. I wish I could edit these predetermined wrestlers in the game. I just changed that one move, and this guy's a completely different character on my roster. Yeah, the dude with the fork. The Brilliant Devil. I didn't know that according to the game here he's 41. Got a pretty aged roster as it is. Hang on. 33 for Mickey Williams. Robinson's a fresh 26. Howard's 29. Okay. Houston's 28. Bullock is 22. Oh, the young upstart. The convict. Alright, anyway, these two are resting. Tejano, come on down. They are both in poor condition, but they look like they're okay. Both red. Red today. Alright, and now let's see what we can get out of our guests. Because for the first time on American soil, I am assuming, oops, free agent Japan, Mad Polly. Coming in. Oh, they have 2 costumes. Whoa! I'm assuming pre-Mad Polly gimmick. There's Mad Polly. Alright, we're already close. Last time, like I said, I think we got about 2,200. And again, it's, you know, if you can fill out a 4-match card. Oh, 4 attires for Dragunov. Let's go with the red trunks to further differentiate. There we go. Almost 27, so that's almost full capacity. And again, haven't spent a dime on advertising. Now, let's see if I put up a poster. 200 people show up and it costs me $5 grand. If I do a social media blitz, I still don't sell the place out. And how much more money does it cost me? Another 3,400. Oh, what just happened? Something good just happened. Ah, Creamy, thank you very much for hosting. I wish the Twitch app would update with those, and I didn't have to tab over to my own OBS screen. The perils of only having the one monitor. Okay, so this is the best we're going to do. Again, we did better than the 2,200 we got last month, and this is all entirely word of mouth, because we're cutting costs as much as we can, because we can only really, we're at the lowest ticket price, and we're just trying to build the myth of GWA at this point. You know what I mean? Like, we're just establishing ourselves at all. So we're just trying to stay the course, slowly build up our audience, slowly graduate from the rural American area to the bigger cities, so on and so forth. I was overthinking it when I thought initially, let's just bounce around the world and do what we can do. Hey, Grady, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Hope you're having a good one as well. And we're going to concentrate, as I'm trying to get at, we're going to concentrate on being the #1 brand in America eventually, and then we're going to see about conquering the world. But first things first, we're going to make sure we stay viable and profitable. Okay, 15 grand in expenses. This is going to be about 26 grand total in expenses. So all my money is coming off of merch. Like, the gate pretty much covers the expenses of throwing the card. Yar. Yeah. Oh, 28 already. Okay, so we're already over. So, let's see. Human resources. Oops, sorry. So let's save that. We got our card booked. Let's go to management real quick. Training center we've done. See, we're trying our best to get back up to over 100 grand so that we can expand our gym for realsies. And then start, you know, with their defense, durability. Oh, that's coming in after we get a ring doctor in. A clinic, injury speed, that'll be good. Okay, don't need to worry about the bottom stuff, but anything that helps us. This, for sure, the judo coach. Durability. Durability is going to be the name of the game. Alright, we have no snacks. We are going to produce 1,000 at $2,000. So our expenses are 30 grand. We're making about 27 on the gate. We need to sell at least... I guess we can make a maximum of 10 grand in snacks because they're 10 bucks each. That's our asking price. And we have 1,000 of them in stock. So, it's a narrow profit margin, but we're doing our best. My major concern is making sure we don't burn out our wrestlers. You know? Okay, so. Yeah, we confirmed the event. I don't have any. I'm not going to loan out my two poor hurt wrestlers. Okay, let's also cross your fingers. And again, we have a 3 strikes and you're out policy. I have to accept if maybe a flight from Europe and or Japan get delayed and the talent can't make it. Does everybody show up for work? Oh, thank goodness. Everybody shows up for work. Okay. Alright, starting with that. Our first matchup. We have a couple of guests with us today. Ilya Dragunov from the wide range of freelance European wrestlers has come down to, well, let's say we're in Canada, because I do orbit the space above Canada. Has come to Canada to face Mad Polly in from Japan. Yeah, everybody showed up. It's always good. It says next match, but let's get to our first match in just 1 second. I just need to prep something real quick. Okay. Oh, save this text file as well. There we go. You know what I forgot to do is change the order of like Jack Howard, Mickey Williams, Kenta Kobashi, Matt Robinson. See if flipping those 2 matches got us like 10, 15 more fans. But man, it's okay. It's okay. Alright. Let's get down to the ring. Boink. For our first contest. And while I do that, let me also do this. Boink. That's right. I'm finally getting out of the way of the action. And we are underway. Mad Polly's starting things off, throwing Ilya Dragunov into the corner, looking to establish himself power-wise early on in this one. Dragunov immediately fighting back. Mad Polly doing his best to quell that uprising. I don't know if either of these men have crossed paths internationally. Certainly this is their first appearance in a GWA ring across from one another. As always, looking to impress both the management here and the crowd. A consideration, a minor one at that. Your primary consideration when you're in a GWA ring is surviving the bout with your opponent. And the hardest hitters in the world of professional wrestling. Right here, when you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle. Swing and a miss there from Mad Polly. Whoa! Pump handle powerbomb by Dragunov. Nets him a 1 count. The crowd seems a bit confused. Doesn't quite know what to make of either gentleman at this point. Starting to get a little bit behind Dragunov, though, it seems. As he's getting the better of Mad Polly at this point. As we approach the 5-minute mark, slowly but surely. Oh, huge! Rock bottom style Uranagi there from Dragunov. Fighting back for everything he's got, but Dragunov getting the better of him at every turn here. Riding the wave of offensive momentum is Dragunov. Polly looking to create a little space and distance. Dragunov having none of it. Impressive strike game out of Ilya to this point. Polly's going to have to come up with an answer and do it quickly. Don't know that straight brute force is going to do the trick. As we officially pass the 5-minute mark here. Powerful slam there from Polly. There's a nice big splash across the chest. Nets him a 1 count. Nice gorilla press. Oh, tried to throw him over the ropes. Got him caught in them. Now trying to slow things down.
Give up.
This hurts Ilya and gives Polly a bit of a breather. Nice backbreaker slam there. And Polly going up top. Huge splash in the corner, but too close to the ropes. Some heavy-duty offense from Mad Polly now. Firing away. Has definitely turned the match into his favor. Nice double axe handle to the back of the head. Oh. They're still fighting Dragunov. Works his way back to his feet. Pulls Polly back up as well, but no. Off the ropes now. Boom, big double stomp from Polly. The 300-pounder, imposing his will. And the more diminutive Ilya Dragunov. Vader attack there, just squooshes him. Another rock bottom style Uranagi. Pulling Polly away from the ropes into the cover this time. 2! No, Polly out at 2.9. Short arm clothesline from Polly. Trying to get back on track here. His legs taken out from underneath him. Some more effective striking from Ilya Dragunov. Oh, Polly missing wildly with that Vader swing. Nice. Another short arm clothesline from Polly. Oh dear, oh dear. Huge powerbomb there to Dragunov. Oh, but he's right back up and fighting off the ropes now. Oh! Oh, double stomp now from Polly. What a combination of moves. Just crushing the life out of his opponent. Oof. Dragunov trying to fight back desperately. Nice suplex there, trying to get himself out of trouble. We're 10 minutes plus gone in this one. You can see Polly starting to tire. Oh! And drop there. Dragunov back to his feet first, but dazed. Now the two men are content to slug it out. Both looking for the advantage. Nice roundhouse clothesline from Dragunov into the cover. Got him! Wins the strike battle and puts Mad Polly down for the 3. What a discus lariat from Ilya Dragunov. And there is your opening contest. Okay. All right, so how do we feel about that? 100%. Oh, nothing. Just the first completely 5-star match in the history of the promotion. Can we book guests or what? Yes! Yes! That's awesome. Obviously nowhere to go but down, but this is going to do a lot because my crew is beat up. So having a big cushion to not worry about the overall match quality for a little while, this is awesome. I'm super happy. Wow. It's a little bittersweet that our first 100% match featured 2 talent not under contract to the GWA, but it happened in the GWA ring, and that counts 1,000,000%. All right, speaking of, we saved already. Our next contest is going to be the first of 3 featured contests on this show in support of the, what did I call it? The GWA Championship Series? Yeah, something really easy like that. Okay, so, boom. Bear with me for just 1 second. Extra production elements means it takes me a little extra time to get to the actual ring. So let's go ahead and get down to the next match, the first of 3 in the GWA Championship Series on this event. Coming up, we have Thomas Walker versus El Tejano Jr. Actually, let's take a quick look at the standings here for Tejano and Walker. Boink. Let's bring that up. As you can see. Oh, did it put it in preview? Oh, that's amazing. Hang on. Boink. Studio mode. It's new to me. My apologies. Okay, so now I'm studio moded out of it. Cool. Okay, so Tejano sitting at 4 points, and Thomas Walker, yes, undefeated in the GWA Championship Series to this point. Wow, how did that happen? Let's see if Tejano can change those fortunes. Boink. Let's get ourselves to the ring. The senior official here, Mr. Bigfoot, calls for the bell, and we are underway. Tejano in the black and red. The brilliant devil, Thomas Walker, in the black and purple long trunks. And as we've said, long tights, excuse me. As we've said, he is cheating his way to the top of the GWA Championship Series, but much to the chagrin of management and ownership, and indeed this commentator. He has the chops to do it the right way, but Thomas Walker chooses to fight dirty. I mean, I can't argue with the success it has brought him so far, but we'll see if Tejano can bring the Brilliant Devil back down to earth a little bit here. Cheating ain't the way, Walker. Oh, nice roll up there. See? Excellent technical skills on display, and amazing athleticism at times, as you see him missing a diving complete shot. But again, relies on the crutch of however he keeps sneaking a fork into his matches. Really have to have a talk with Mr. Bigfoot about that one. Do a better job frisking Thomas Walker at the beginning of his contests. We might not have that issue. But unfortunately, the fact remains that if things start to go heavily El Tejano Jr.'s way, Walker's going to bust out that fork. And, oh, hang on, quick count here. 1 count. I think he surprised Thomas Walker there by just throwing him bodily to the canvas. Bounced his head off the mat and tried a quick pin. Did Tejano there. Anyway, I think you're going to find that Tejano can more than match up to Thomas Walker in a fair one-on-one contest, but that X factor of that fork coming into play, and should Tejano Jr. unfortunately get busted open as a result of it, how he deals, or how Thomas Walker's opponents deal with blood loss plays more a factor in the match outcomes than his own technical skill, which, as we keep saying, is tremendous. Like, he could more than hold his own. As you see a beautiful pair of snap suplexes there to Tejano Jr. as we just passed the 5-minute mark. Nice swinging side slam there. Out of the black hole and into the cover. Polite applause on that 2-count kick out for the brilliant devil Thomas Walker, who has his fan base amongst the GWA faithful. If only he'd see the error of his ways. But again, in his mind, I'm sure he just sees those 6 points in the championship series, and it's full speed ahead, because it's working. You cannot argue with his success. He's working within the confines of the GWA rules. As you see, a rake of the eyes and to the fork. We knew it would happen sooner or later, but Tejano, forehead seems to be made of sterner stuff. Surviving the fork attack without being busted open is El Tejano Jr., at least at this point. You would think an opponent of Thomas Walker's would wear a mask and, you know, negate the fork. Oh. Tried to send Thomas Walker to the floor to Tejano, but he gets that suplex reversed. Nice. Diving forearm. Off the ropes comes Walker again. Just a knockout shot, but Tejano seems to be fighting on. Oof. Yes, indeed. Back and forth they go. Forearms and punches. Discus forearm that time. Settles the score for Thomas Walker, who rolls up Tejano, but too close to the ropes. As we're looking toward 10 minutes here. Another nice suplex from Tejano. Oh my God! Brass knucks from Tejano! What's good for the goose is good for the gander! Oh, and just a 2.9. I thought he might have done it. What a tricky move from El Tejano Jr. Oh, diving European uppercut off the ropes. And there's a Sister Abigail. I don't know what else to call that. Now a driving dropkick. Since Tejano hit that brass knuckles punch, it has been all Thomas Walker, including that Ushigoroshi. Very similar to the Tornado Tejas that Tejano Jr. actually does. Only gets a 2.9 though. Tejano's still fighting. Oh, European uppercut to the back of the head this time may have knocked him out. 1, 2. Out again at 2.9. Tejano on Dream Street. Very similar moveset between these two men, as you see a black hole slam out of Walker this time. Got to adjust his wrist tape before whatever he has next, and Mines rolls him up, but again too close to the ropes. Oh, scoops him up, air raid crash. Pulls him away from the ropes, cover that man. 1, 2, no, Walker out at 2. Boom, and another black hole slam delivered to Thomas Walker from El Tejano. Trying to get him positioned. 2. Kicks it 2 again. Making sure to keep him away from the ropes. Air raid crash. Tejano pouring it on here. Drags him toward the center this time. 1, 2. No. Walker out again at 2. Tejano going for the kill, but so far no good. Walker catches him with a neck breaker. Off the ropes he comes. Oh, another jumping forearm to the side of the head. But Tejano's up. And Tejano's down. Sister Abigail. Walker scoops him right back up. Tejano fights free. Oh, kick to the ding-dong. Another Sister Abigail. Say hello to your sister for me, says Thomas Walker. Oh, and then drops him with a complete shot. Diving style allows him to pull El Tejano to the center of the ring. Oh, for a second one. It's all Walker at this point. Oh, Tejano with a gasp of life. Looking to the crowd for some more energy. Huge clothesline drops Walker. Oh, and another rake of the eyes. Smearing the sweat in the eyes of El Tejano. Diving European uppercut off the ropes once more, but Walker looks to be getting a little dazed. Tornado Tejas across the knee. 1, 2, no! Walker's out at 2.9 again. Huge suplex, plants Walker near the ropes. Approaching 20 minutes, and now Mr. Bigfoot has been knocked down. Anything goes. Now would be the time to use the fork, Walker. But he hits a complete shot, misses a drop kick. Tejano now sends him off the ropes, another big clothesline. This is it, says Tejano, but no! Counter with a chin crusher. Off the ropes again. Another devastating forearm to the side of the head. Oh, insult to injury at the Ushigoroshi, but Tejano rolls through. Oh, gets caught in another swinging neck breaker variation. Excuse me as I lose my voice calling this one. I can't do the gravelly thing for too long. I don't know how pro announcers do it. Oh, back and forth they go. Big boot from Tejano, drops Walker to the canvas. Oh, drops him with a punch to the face that time. I don't even think that extra kick connected. Walker was already on his way to the ground. Misses a drop kick as Walker. Gets dropped again. Tejano off the ropes. Elbow to the back of the head. We have passed 20 minutes now. Oh, that kick might have been low from Walker. Off the ropes again. Another beautiful diving European uppercut into the cover this time. Hooks the leg deep. No. Tejano out at 2. Black hole slam. Walker catching his breath. Oh, and then Tejano going right to work on the midsection to try to punch the breath right back out of him. There he goes again. Half a dozen shots in a row there. Into another black hole slam from Walker. Undaunted, Walker going in for the kill shot. Up top he goes, this could do it. 450 splash, 1, 2, 3. Thomas Walker pretty much clean. Straight up beats El Tejano Jr. They each used a weapon once, but neither man bled. I'd say that's a pretty fair contest. And another 5-star classic! Two in a row. Holy moly. Okay. Okay, but first things first, let's get ourselves to the next screen here. Holy moly, that was a Firebird splash. It looks like a 450, but I always forget he starts with a moonsault. But because they don't it's just in my brain because it's a video game. I think you climb up, you climb up facing the turnbuckle, and if you immediately hit a 450 splash, it wouldn't bother animating, turning around to do the 450. But since he climbs up and immediately backflips into a 450, I just assume it's that. When it's technically he moonsaults and twists into the 450, but it just happens so fast. It happens so fast. Too fast for El Tejano Jr. as a beefy 2 points are coming the way of Thomas Walker, who remains undefeated in the GWA Championship Series. Hang on 1 second here. Let's take a look at our graphic and let's live update it if we can. Wowzers. Wowzers. Thomas Walker, and as we said, pretty cleanly too, like as far as his matches go. El Tejano did their best to defend themselves and, you know, throw a monkey wrench into the plans of Thomas Walker by providing their own weaponry, those brass knuckles, but to no avail. To no avail, as ultimately Thomas Walker, leader of the pack, going into our next contest. Amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Oops. Hang on. I'm all over the place. Alright, let's get rid of this part. Let's cut over here. I'm okay if I'm not on screen. And then let's that. Okay. Let's save real quick. We get to our next matchup, another contest. I don't know. Okay, so even if these two are trash, we should be okay in terms of match rating style. So we should be okay. Again, I don't want these people to hurt each other either. So pretty much everybody's busted up, but we're still soldiering on. And soldier on we will, with Jack Howard and Mickey Williams, another featured contest in our GWA Championship Series. And we are underway. Thank you, Senor Sasquatch. Oh, immediately into that big choke that has brought Mickey a bit of success here in the series. Well, mostly in their GWA setting. I think they took out Khan with it, as well as Kenta Kobashi for a big win here in the round robin tournament. Should have took a look at the standings, or a longer look at the standings. Okay, we're looking at 4 points for Mickey Williams currently, and Jack Howard only has one win. Does Hollywood Hunk Jack Howard, losing to Bill Bullock, Thomas Walker, and Kenta Kobashi. Very much looking to turn things around. Haven't won a series match since the first show. Meanwhile, Mickey Williams is coming off. Their last two series matches have been wins, so they lost their first two, won the second two. Riding away with positive momentum is Mickey Williams. Jack Howard is looking to get back on track here. Oh, and immediately into the sickle for Mickey Williams. If we talked about the dirty tactics of the brilliant devil Thomas Walker in the last match, they pale in comparison to the Hell Knight that is Mickey Williams. As you see, he does not shy away from stabbing his opponents repeatedly. Mind you, it has brought him much less success than it has the currently undefeated Thomas Walker, who is only a mild cheater, let's say. Up to the top. Oh, countered into a beautiful powerbomb by Walker. Oh, excuse me. Well, I got Walker on the brain. By Howard. Up here against Mickey Williams. Oh, you see the blood already staining the canvas, and now this bully, this dangerous, this strangle, torture, choke here. Just trying to squeeze all the blood out of the forehead of Jack Howard. Look for Mickey Williams to go back to that to end this contest now that he has his competitor busted open. I almost said victim. He's claimed another victim. Oh, clubbing blows in the corner. Vader would be proud. Into a deadlift German suplex. Excellently done there by Williams. Howard looking to change the tempo of things. Sends the action to the floor, but this plays into Mickey Williams' strengths. Oh, package pile driver onto the piece of table on the floor from Howard. Hits his finish out of nowhere. And then slaps on a Boston Crab for an extended period of time to Mickey Williams. Howard may have turned things around brilliantly there. There are no countouts or DQs on the floor, and Mickey Williams gets dropped on the brainbuster into another package pile driver. Oh, and now Howard has had enough, and he grabs a chair. Goodness gracious me. Oh, a kick to the ding-a-ling. Nothing the ref can do about this until both competitors get back inside. Now Mickey Williams has his weapon of choice, that kendo stick. He loves to wield that thing. Howard now, sensing he's done enough damage to Williams on the floor. He's got a 5 count to drop that stick now that he's back in the ring, does Williams. Gets caught quickly and TKO'd on top of it by Howard. Rolls him into a cover, but too close to the ropes. I think the blood loss may be affecting the normally impeccable ring acumen of the general Hollywood hunk, Jack Howard. Now positioning Mickey Williams. Remember, he likes to set his opponents up in the corner to package pile drive them toward the center of the ring. If he gets the opportunity, nice backdrop from Mickey Williams, but excuse me, Howard is right back up. Oh, reverse atomic drop. Just clubs him down to the canvas, does Williams. Sure on clothesline this time. Simple but effective offense from the Hell Knight. Don't know that he would be successful without his weapon use. He's not all that successful with it. Oh! He says, and then hits a brutal, 2 brutal gut-wrench suplexes into the cover. 1, 2. Howard out of 2, but you can see the damage it's done and the stain on the canvas that Williams just got pile driven upon. Into the cover. 1, 2. No! Williams out at 2. Another package pile driver. Into the... Oh no, he picks him back up. Gets kicked in the ding-dong. Oh, Williams is real proud of himself. Oh, you can see the blood pooling out of the forehead of Howard, speared back to the canvas. Drops Williams with the brainbuster. What resilience from the Hollywood hunk. Has to take a bit of a breather, and oh, Williams again goes low. Rolls him into a cover. 1, 2. Oh, Howard out at 2. Mickey Williams furious. You see the look in his eyes from down there on the canvas. Oh. Howard setting him up in the corner. Oh, nice discus lariat there. Holloway slam throws him toward the ropes. That took a lot out of Howard, though. Yeah, you can see him needing to catch his breath there in the center of the ring. Look at the blood he left behind. Oh, don't worry, folks. The blood just gets absorbed into the canvas, and that makes the fight stronger. Oh, we got 5 months of blood absorbed into the canvas today. That's why we got so many 5-star matches. Gut wrench into the cover. Just a 2. Dodges the spear, does Howard. Oh, but gets thrown into the corner. Williams looking for the knockout shot. Sets him on Brett's rope. Oh, countered again to a second powerbomb. Howard going up. He's going to wait for Williams to stand. What does he have in mind? Diving shoulder block. Oh, but what did that take out of Howard? As you see again, the blood continuing to pool, at least momentarily. On the canvas of the ring. Package pile driver toward the center of the ring. Rolls him over. 1, 2, 3. Hollywood hunk Jack Howard. What a performance. What resilience. Now we're going to get him stitched up. I got a feeling about this one. Oh, they hated it. All right. Well, I mean, relatively speaking. I mean, if you can tell me the difference between an 89 and 100 in terms of, like, excitement, that seemed good to me. You know what I'm saying? That seemed pretty dope to me. Anyway. Not quite what they wanted. Pretty good, pretty good. We're still going to be in the 90s. Oh yeah, we still have a 96 card rating overall, and we have one more match to go. So I think we're going to be all right. And wouldn't you know it, we saved our best two performers, or two of our best performers, for the main event slot. So Kenta Kobashi versus Matt Robson coming up next. First though, let me go ahead and I'm going to update the thing off screen and then bring it on screen. Jack Howard, huge win. Huge win for Jack Howard. Needed that one for sure. Bringing him up to a beefy 4 points. And then Mickey Williams suffering a devastating loss. He remains also at 4 points. Oops. And boink, now everyone can share in that. Alright, as you can see, things are clustering up. I'm trying to do this for tournament seeding when we eventually have an 8-person, well, one night 8-person tournament and crown our champion. But if everybody's just going to be all clustered in there, with apparently the exception of Walker, I don't know how well it's going to go. Anyway, coming up next, we have Kenta Kobashi facing Matt Robson. You can see Kenta Kobashi with a respectable 6 points. Could work his way into a tie with Thomas Walker. Mind you, if you also look at the series here, after this match, Kenta Kobashi only has one more match to go, so we might be giving him a month off next time around. Matt Robson only has the one victory that came in his second match. He lost his first, third, and fourth. So currently riding a wave of 2 losses. Meanwhile, Kenta Kobashi has just turned their fortunes around, having won their first 2, dropped the next 2, and won their 5th matchup. So, okay, some very interesting storylines going on in this. Let's boop like so. Let us boop and get down to the ring. I also like that I didn't know I could do this, but I can apparently book this whole show with my mouse and don't really need the controller. All right. As always, the creature on feature, the referee on record, Mr. Bigfoot calling for the bell, and we are underway with your main event here. Another match in our GWA Championship Series. Kenta Kobashi and Matt Robson, one-on-one, having some fun. Widely with a big spin kick there is Robson. Another one missing widely. Kobashi having the striking game of Robson scouted, at least in the early going. Oh, attempting to lure him to the outside after sending him down with a suplex was Kobashi, but no such luck from Robson. Let's keep this fight in the ring for now. Nicely done. A little extra torque on that suplex from Robson. Oh, absorbing the shoulder block from Kobashi. Huge burning lariat there from Kobashi. Looking to establish himself early, but Robson, to his credit, able to shake it off. 2 men going toe-to-toe. Those chops of Kobashi dropping Robson here. Oh, nice rolling soul butt to the midsection will do the trick as well. Oh, a second one. And for the Northern Lights rolled into the armbar. There was Matt Robson. No dice, but he lures Kobashi in for some kicks in the midsection. Counters an Irish whip. Not the second one, but manages to duck the clothesline. Kobashi unabated, rolling soul butt. Back to the attack, kitchen sink now for Robson, who's looking to ground Kobashi here. This has a scissored sleeper going on. Past the 5-minute mark, and you can hear that. And the count here, very nice of the GWA officials to announce the count in Japanese, even though we are an American-based promotion. That helps Kenta Kobashi keep track of where he's in the match. Oh my gosh, Robinson's going to lose track of where he is after those chops to the side of the face. Oh, never mind. Immediately comes back to attack Kobashi and tries to hook him for a pedigree, but unsuccessful. A lot of fire out of Matt Robinson here in the early going. We're sub 10 minutes into this one. Off the ropes. Finally lands that big spin kick. Oh my gosh. Kobashi responds with a burning hammer. Into the cover. 1, 2. No! Robinson just rolls the shoulder. Center of the ring, Orange Crush now. 1, 2. Robinson barely hanging on. I can't believe Kobashi hit a burning hammer this early. Huge moonsault. That's 3 finishes now. Another Orange Crush incoming? No. Suplexes him to the outside. Kobashi has Robinson rocking and reeling now. Could have ended the match with any one of those major maneuvers. Continuing the work is Kobashi on the floor. Final cut, or Nightmare on Helm Street. Sleeper suplex, just dumping Robinson on his head. Oh, Robinson responds with a hook kick to the side of Kobashi's jaw. And again fails to hit the pedigree. Was looking for the pedigree on the chair there was Robinson to get himself back into this one. But leaves the weaponry behind to focus on choking Kobashi out on the floor. As we are past 10 minutes in this one, a reminder, no countouts or DQs. And GWA out of the ring. Oh, sit-out Dominator on the floor. Those are just thin gym mats, folks. Barely a layer of protection over that wood floor. And that wood, in and of itself, is over concrete. Oh my God! Air raid crash onto the chairs by Matt Robinson to Kenta Kobashi, who follows him back into the ring. So Robinson can finish him off with a pedigree, or so he hopes. 1, 2, no! Kobashi out at 2. You can see him sucking wind as he awaited the return of Matt Robinson off the ropes to hit that clothesline. Another sit-out Dominator by Robinson. Rolls Kobashi over. A third! Oh, Kobashi trying to fight his way free. Huge clothesline from Robinson. Kobashi fighting for all he's got. Oh, discus lariat drops him. A second lariat. Matt Robinson in total command here, drags Kobashi into the corner. Hook kick to the side of the jaw once more. Says this is it. Off the ropes. Spin kick to the back of the head. Kobashi fights his way back to his feet though. Oh, ducks the clothesline. Into a pedigree. Robinson scores with another huge pedigree. 1, 2, 3. Got him. A huge win for Matt Robinson, putting down Kenta Kobashi. I think that's in the 80s. I think that's in the 80s for sure. 98? Holy crap. What a show. Okay, I'll take it. I will take it. All right. I gotta tell you, we just put on a 5-star show. A 5-star show. Okay, let's get over here. Like, let me take a look at this overall. It's gonna be 96. Yeah, we maintain the 96. A 96 average card rating. Like, if we make, we don't have the capacity to, but if we could have made DVDs of this show, I don't know, or like put it on YouTube for free, or I don't know what. Holy moly. Are we ever going to have a boost in our attendance and whatnot? Wowzers. Yeah, you're not too far off there, GR, yeah. 96, 97 average. It's probably a high 96 when they round down, because they don't give me percentages or anything, but whatever. Wild, wild stuff. Very happy about that. Now let's, let me update this screen right here. Matt Robinson. An impressive and, quite frankly, necessary victory in his GWA Championship Series career. Putting down the mighty Kenta Kobashi, who is batting 500 in this tournament to this point, with only 1 match remaining. Very interesting. Again, this is all for tournament seeding. When we, oops, I always do this. I always click on the actual game and not the OBS version of the game that I need to do this for and then do this with. Boink. So here we are, our updated standings, as you can see. all 3 matches are done for today. We have a clear number 1 in Thomas Walker. Things are getting bunched up at the 6-point position between Kobashi and Houston. Houston taking a month off to heal. We'll hopefully see them back in action next month. Let's see, we got a bunch of people at 4 points. Your Jack Howard, Matt Robinson, Mickey Williams, and El Tejano Jr. all sitting pretty with 4 points. Lower end of the pack, but still, there's not too much differentiation between top and bottom. But if you're talking about the bottom, you got to be talking about Bill Bullock. Only has 2 points in the tourney, but has 3 more matches, 3 more opportunities to prove themselves. Okay. This is lots of fun, except for all of the extra clicking I have to do in OBS, because at least I can do myself in preview and what's on program. Working studio mode live for most of this, if you hadn't guessed. Okay. We pulled it off tonight, but the empty bleachers stood out. We may want to consider a smaller venue. I appreciate that. There's literally only one venue smaller, and it fits like half this number of people. We're going to sell this out next time. There's no way we had a 96.8% rating overall audience satisfaction, and they didn't tell a friend. Like, we're just word of mouth as it is. L of New Japan. I don't know. El Desperado? I don't know. Got some crazy AEW 6-person chat. I don't know who Samuels is. Mephisto is apparently the CMLL champion. Alright. Kid Cash and Atsushi Onita, I think, won the legend. Wait. Maybe Atsushi Aoki? Kid Cash and maybe Atsushi Aoki won the Legends Junior Championship belt? Cool. Oh, we made $6,500. That's pretty good. Oh, look at that. We're almost back up to our $100,000 that we started the game with. Okay, I did some research. This screen right here. This month, you have a singles tournament scheduled with Legends. Is apparently what I interpreted it as, and what I thought for years was it meant, going back to the original Fire Promoter mode in the Game Boy version, what I thought that meant was they are interested in working with you. So your relationship with them, whether you're actively pursuing it or not, they have taken notice of you and would like to work with you this month. So you have the eye of the Legends promotion. That is not true. What it actually means is this month, the Legends promotion is scheduling a singles tournament. It's just poorly translated, but all that means is this month, Legends are having a singles tournament. So much to my chagrin, it's not nearly as exciting as I would hope, but everybody's good. Oh! Bill Bullock, in their time off, was a guest on a Mexican variety show and pulled some solid ratings. That should up our popularity in Mexico. That's cool. Thanks for that. Now, human resources, management first. Let us do our $3 of maintenance. There we go. I can't afford anything else. Merchandise, how do we do? Sold it out. That's good. Don't have any contracts. Sponsorship wise, here's the trouble. Here is the trouble. Let's take a look at how our wrestlers are doing. Kenta Kobashi's hurting, so we're going to give him the month off. El Tejano is on his last legs, so we're going to give him the month off. Howard's fine. Robinson's on his last legs. Mickey's still doing poorly. Houston's doing okay. Walker's doing okay. Bullock's fine. So, okay, Kobashi, Tejano for sure, and Robinson. Yeah. Actually, he's in poor condition, but his neck is still fine. So it might just be Tejano and Robinson. Oh boy. Okay, if I do that, you'll have to bear with me here as I tab over to the graphic, or to the Championship Series graphic, and try to suss this out live. Okay, so Robinson, who do you have left to fight? Thomas Walker and El Tejano. So if we just don't do that match... Wait, who do you have left to fight? Walker and Tejano. Walker's doing great. Oh yeah, Walker's fine. So if I sit these two... Okay, let's see what we do here. Okay, Tejano. Let's start at the top of the list. David Houston. Let me put this on screen so everyone can see. Just for funsies. Shpoink. Shpoink. There we go. Alright, so let's take a look at our top person here. David Houston needs to face Jack Howard or Bill Bullock. David Houston is feeling great. They're doing just fine. And Bill Bullock is doing just fine. They are both good. They're both in good condition. That is a lock for the next show. What I didn't do this entire time was update my text file with performance and whatnot. Well, it's pretty easy to do because the first two matches were 100% for you. Walker defeated Tejano. Yeah, they're undefeated. Crazy. In a 5-star classic. In a 5-star classic with minimal weapon use. Minimal weapon use. Just throwing that out there, Thomas Walker. And then we had Jack Howard and Mickey Williams. Sorry, at least this is more interesting to look at than that still image for the moment. Okay, we're going to be putting it back up shortly, but for the moment here, at least whilst I ramble to myself and update a text file, I can at least be visible doing it. Okay, Jack Howard, Mickey Williams. Jack Howard hung on in what I thought was worthy of more than 89%, but that's fine. And then Matt Robson getting a huge win over Kenta Kobashi was at what, 98? I think. Putting us at like 97 overall. Ish. Okay, so what did I just say here? David Houston, Bill Bullock. For sure. Or is that putting all of our eggs into one basket? Because I don't know how healthy other people are. Alright, so again, we're going to put this here, and I'm going to do this live. Houston Bullock, if I do this, if I do this, am I going to be okay? I'm going to try to I'm going to try to get 3 matches out of my roster, some of which aren't feeling great at all. Jack Howard's doing okay. Who does Jack Howard need to fight? Jack Howard needs Houston and Tejano. Can't have either of those. Oh no. So now I can't use Jack Howard or I can, but not in a tournament matchup. Okay. What else is left then? Who's left? I'm looking at Thomas Walker doing okay. Thomas Walker's doing fine. Who do they need to fight? Bullock, Robinson, Williams. Bullock's occupied. Wait. Aha! I gotta change this. So. If I do Howard and Houston, because they have to face each other. Boink. I can do Bullock and someone. Bullock and Walker. Yes, I can do Bullock and Walker. Oops, wrong thing. Bullock, Walker, Bullock. And does that leave me with anybody else that I can actually use? Because Mickey Williams is hurt. Mickey Williams I can technically go with. Matt Robson very much should not wrestle. El Tejano very much should not wrestle. They are in poor condition and their necks are both red. Mickey Williams is in poor condition and his neck is orange. Okay, so only 2 tournament matches. I should be wrestling a ton of people. I might try to bring in 3 people this time and do 2 tournament matches. We're getting so banged up is the problem. Okay, hang on. Walker v. Bill Bullock and David Houston versus... the good news is, like, David Houston versus Jack Howard can main event and still be part of the series, you know? Okay, get that out of the way. Get these over here. Okay, I got some thinking to do. I can do 2 tournament matches, and I might rest Williams, and then I'm going to put Kobashi in a singles match against a guest, and then I'm going to bring in 2 more people to put on our 4th match. It's risky, and it's going to cost us. I mean, it's obviously going to cut into our profits, but we are banged up, and it's all we can really do. Okay. We have looked around and found different people to bring in, but I gotta tell ya, their salary went down, which is insane. Ilya Dragunov and Mad Polly put on a hell of a match. What if I did Ilya Dragunov versus Kenta Kobashi, if they agree to come back? What do you think, Ilya? You want to come back? Ilya Dragunov, welcome back. See, this is why I kept records of who we had guesting. And this is the first time we've had somebody come back for 2 shows in a row. So they are going to be put into a singles match with Kenta Kobashi. So that is, quite honestly, a huge opportunity for them. It's definitely making me consider hiring them outright once we open up roster positions. Ilya Dragunov was here. Also here, there, and there. That's fun. Our first repeat guest. But we're also going to take a look at our guest pool. What if I did like Brian Milanes versus Mad Polly? Because again, I already know that I can afford them because they're not going to be asking for too much money. Okay, so that was Brian. Oh, that's Japan. First I want to do Brian. Are you still here? See, they only want $500, but it's the attack and defense and their match style. They did fine. So, do I want a couple of big boys just beating the crap out of each other? I think I do. $400 to invite? Absolutely. Absolutely, I'll spend $400. All right. Welcome back, Brian Milanes. Halfway to our full 4-match card. And again, trying to keep expenses to a minimum as best we can. Got to keep those profits up. All right, save that. Let me back out one more time. Okay, now just again, based on word of mouth and stuff, we should be able to sell this place out. Okay, Mad Polly, Brian Milanes, just beating the crap out of each other. A couple of big boys. Yeah, a couple of 300-pounders. Boom, Mad Polly, welcome back. Building relationships with outside talent as well as promotions, etc., etc. So we have a couple of returns. They so impressed. I mean, you put on a 5-star match, you're going to get another opportunity to wrestle for the GWA. I don't know what else to tell you. It just makes sense to me. So we are going to start off with Brian Milanes versus Mad Polly. And then... let me just... yeah, okay. I'm going to start with these things staggered, and we'll see afterwards how the booking responds. Okay, so we got our 3 friends coming in. Again, this also increases the chances that one or more of that talent don't end up showing up and ruin our show regardless, but we're doing the best we can with the hand we were dealt. Now let's see. Time to book ourselves an event. Only 2 series matches, but we're gonna go. All right, GR. Thanks very much for hanging out as long as you did. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. Okay, so match number 1. As I said, another showcase match with some friends. Mad Polly back in the mix against Brian Milanes. Maybe give him a slightly different look too. No, that seems sufficient. Oof. Big purple versus big yellow. Okay. And then we'll do our first tournament matchup. Let's do Thomas Walker over here. And we'll do Bill Bullet over here. Heel heel in that one. That's pretty fun. And then here's our big Kenta Kobashi representing the home side against Ilya Dragunov, our guest. In black trunks this time. Fine, says Kenta Kobashi. I will wear my old school orange for this one. And then our main event, and we're only at a 50% capacity. I don't know if we can pull in as many people as we need to, but Jack Howard, Alright, that's pretty good. David Houston. Less than last time. Okay, so if we can just... I'm just testing. Does any of this matter at all? No. At this point, everyone's popularity is so close that sure, we're just going to get what we're going to get. Okay, we have a smaller crowd than last time. We don't quite have the star power we did. But that's okay, because I'm just trying to keep my boys as safe as possible. How many of my roster members am I using? 5, because I'm trying to rest the ones that are really, 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 really bad. So we have 2 tournament matches, and we have 2 specialty contests here tonight. Okay. Confirm our match card. Unfortunately, it's the best we're going to be able to do. I don't think we're going to make money on this show, but I don't think we're going to lose money either. And I'm okay with that. Okay, training center, I've obviously done that for. Produce merchandise. There we go. So we're spending 30 grand. Anything over that is gravy. It's gonna be real close. It's gonna be real close. Alright, cross your fingers that everyone shows up for work. I have my text file up here and open. Let me get this ready for the matches. Proceed, please. Yes, please. Cross your fingers. July event. Oh, everybody's here. Yay, everybody showed up. So happy. Okay, good. Save the game real quick. And then I can get myself out of the way once I'm on the match card. Okay. So I've done that. Next match. It is a visiting friends match. Brian Malonis, Mad Polly. Let's get down to the ring. Fight! Oh, Kane Drago. That's an interesting point. Maybe I could do $20 at the smaller venue. I might give that a look-see, booking the August event. Thank you very much for the suggestion. I'll take a look at that. Since I can just sort of like putz around and fantasy book the event, see how it goes before I finalize anything. That's a good idea. Because at least then I'm guaranteed like 32 grand if I can sell out the 1600 arena at 20 bucks. Good call. Gotta make that money. Oh! Mr. Bigfoot down. Yeah, I'm hesitant to give up the slightly smaller arena, but no, there's a lot of sense to what you're suggesting there. Good work, buddy. Brian Malonis, Mad Polly, fairly even in size. I'd probably give the size edge to Brian Malonis. He looks to be like 350, whereas Mad Polly's about 3 bills, even. And your opening contest is all about big mini men slapping meat. In this one, as they have spilled out to the floor here, no DQs or countouts on the floor of a GWA ring. They can batter each other tooth and claw until they see fit to roll back inside. The only way to finish this contest is inside the ring, unless, of course, someone gets criticaled. As far as I understand it. I don't know actually what happens if you critical somebody on the floor and then roll back into the ring in a match where there's no countouts. Maybe it just goes straight to referee stoppage. Nice Vader attack there into a nice splash by Mad Polly on the floor. Both of these big men not shy at all about throwing their weight around. In fact, heft-based offense is the best way, is the quickest way I can say it. They definitely use their size to their advantage. Oh, a rake of the eyes now, trying to smear the grease paint across the face of Mad Polly. Leads to a nice black hole slam from Malonis into the cover. 2 count. Mad Polly escapes. I'd already forgotten that Mr. Bigfoot got busted open. Don't worry, we'll attend to their wound between matches. The action too fast and furious to interrupt. Nice backbreaker slam, and then Mad Polly slowing things down. Working on that leg, catching his own breath. He just tosses Malonis to the floor. to continue the assault. Had a feeling this might spill out to the floor and stay there. Oh! An exchange of clotheslines that I believe Brian Milanes comes out the victor on as he turns Mad Polly inside out. Whoa, almost throwing him into the crowd there. Mad Polly able to stop himself, now countering a suplex. Milanes avoiding the clothesline. Not the second time. Short arm variety there from Mad Polly. Nicely done into the follow-away slam. Excuse me, the Samoan drop. Slam there to Milanes. My Milanes has a first name. It's B-R-A-I or B-R-I-A-N. Oh! Black hole slam into a cover. Mad Polly again out of 2 as we're getting close to 10 minutes now. That's awesome. Yeah, this Kane Drago just pointed out in chat that even when they're offline playing, they, tried a bunch of stuff to try to figure out the ins and outs of the inner workings of Fire Promoter. And bless you. Like that's what this community is all about. Oh, Brian Milanes was all about that choke bomb that almost spelled victory. Mad Polly got to get back into this one if they have any hope of victory. And they are trying to fight from underneath, trading punches with big Brian Milanes. Milanes just establishing himself, just enforcing himself. Oh my God, huge gorilla press slam there from Polly. Impressive strength, but it might be too little too late. Oof. As you see both of these big men giving it everything they have to the delight of the crowd. Oh, counters the powerbomb with a finger to the eye. Does Brian Milanes. Deceptively cheap tactics from the big man. I thought maybe his weight alone may have put Mad Polly down, but that black hole slam might. 1, 2. Polly out at 2 again. Milanes seems to be slowing down quite significantly in the ring. And Polly trying to hang on though. A second attempt at the powerbomb. Got it this time. Polly going up. Big splash, but too close to the ropes. Damage may have been done though, as you can see how slow Milanes is getting around the ring now, and every time he stops, he's got to be sucking wind. Huge clothesline, turns Polly inside out. Might not matter if Milanes can knock him out here. Polly back up. Polly back down. Oh, once again. Impressive gorilla press slam to Brian Milanes, but you can see what it takes out of Mad Polly. Big Vader attack there as he catches his breath. Sending Milanes into the corner. Another huge Vader attack. Really working the weight is Mad Polly. Oh, Milanes goes low in order to give himself time and space to catch his breath and get back on track, but a huge powerbomb from Polly again. Milanes back to the eyes. You hate to see it. Oh, clubbing blows. Vader attack in the corner from Polly. Choke bomb in response, but too close to the ropes. Both men going for their knockout shots here. They're here for a good time, not a long time. Another huge black hole slam may claim the match for Brian Milanes. No, Mad Polly again out at 2. Jumping Vader attack that time. Simple but effective offense, just throwing your weight at your opponent. By Mad Polly, nice clothesline there. Doesn't give him quite the time he would have wanted to catch his breath, but a big double stomp off the ropes. Oh, might have been going for something differently the second time. Oh, folds him up with another beautiful powerbomb and gets the 3! Mad Polly! What an effort! 3 customs and 3 baby faces from the default game, thanks to you pointing out that. Oh, nice. Glad to hear it. Oh, a 96% opening contest. Thank you very much, friends. The best/worst part of inviting people and having them perform well is that I don't have to worry on the toll the match took, because they can just go off back to their freelance ways. Okay. That did well. Our next contest is another in our championship series. Bill Bullock holding a meager 2 points, facing the still undefeated Thomas Walker, your tournament leader here, with 8 points. Let's see how they can... Let's see if they can continue their streak and basically run the table at this point. If they win this, I don't think anybody can even catch them. Well, it depends. It depends. Anyway, down to the ring. Thomas Walker, Bill Bullock. Here we go. Oh yeah, Big E and Vince love the big meaty men slapping meat. That's why I put it together. Strong style match, just some two big boys slugging it out. Heck yeah. Yeah, they would have loved it. Oh, spiked him with a Frankensteiner to open his contest. Bill Bullock, by the way, took a month off because he was having neck issues. Thomas Walker says, "How do you do and welcome back to the GWA," by immediately spiking him on the crown of his head with a Frankensteiner. And now he's grabbing at the head and neck. Bill Bullock choosing to slow things down here. Got so many ones open. Okay, there we go. Couple of dragon screws out of Thomas Walker. Rare heel matchup. Crowd not quite sure what to make of either of these gentlemen. Neither would be described as fan favorites. So as we talked about, Thomas Walker probably through his success and through showcasing the majority of their offense, like with the possible exception of one very obvious move, have some exciting stuff on offer. Bill Bullock, more of a traditional heel wrestler with that ridiculous suplex variation as a finish. Much fancier and more athletic offense out of Thomas Walker you will see in this matchup. Not that there's anything wrong with the offense of a Bill Bullock. I'm just saying, and it's a long-standing grudge or a long-standing gripe, that Thomas Walker doesn't need to use the fork. That's all I'm saying. Nice. Your goal is to eventually get Big E and Goldberg and literally have the big man match. Nice. Well, you can always just start with an existing promotion and make sure they're on your... You could do this with an all-Haas federation if you just wanted to start with like I said, I think you can start with quote-unquote established feds by being in charge of one of the existing promotions in your game, right? Oh, here's the fork we talked about. He has a 5 count, and I guess this is our fault for writing this into the GWA rules, but we have a 5 count for disqualifications. So that means he has till 5 to stop stabbing his opponent in the head, or until they break it. As you can see, he broke open the skin of Bill Bullock, and he is covered in blood all the way down to his chest. Thomas Walker is going to be looking to make short work of Bill Bullock now that the blood is flowing. We're not even 10 minutes deep into this one, and already a major injury potentially for Bill Bullock here, as he is just bleeding like a stuck pig. Oh, I don't know how wise it is to headbutt your opponent when you're bleeding that profusely, Bill, but he is the convict, and maybe that's what being prison tough is all about. Nice shoulder tackle there. I gotta say, since he's been busted open, Bill Bullock has been taking the fight to Thomas Walker, the brilliant devil. Oh, who again spiked him with a Frankensteiner. I may have spoken too soon. Now just choking the man out. Another illegal tactic we could do without, but less offensive than the fork to the forehead. Oh, and a knockout shot from the convict. Rolls him over to cover him. 2. Walker out at 2. Walker taking it easy with a Boston Crab. Pulling on the back and legs of Bullock, who has just been following Thomas Walker around, just stalking the man since he got stabbed in the forehead. So coming over the gaze of Bill Bullock there. They have game planned for being busted open for all we know. Nice knee breaker there from the convict. As we pass the 10-minute mark. Whoa! Both men trying to exchange strikes and missing. Thomas Walker gets Bullock in the corner. Oh! Brett's rope brainbuster spikes him on the top of the turnbuckle and then starts choking the life out of him. You can see the amount of blood that left the body of Bill Bullock there. Dangerous stuff here, and now Thomas Walker again maintaining the advantage with a low blow into the cover. 1, 2. Bullock out at 2. Bill Bullock rolling into a nice seated Rings of Saturn variation. That's got to pull on both shoulders. I don't know quite what to call that. I'm not very well versed on submission variations, but a beautiful maneuver there. The leg barred behind both arms of Thomas Walker. Thankfully for Thomas Walker, he was able to fight his way free almost instantaneously. And go right back onto the attack. A nice European uppercut to the back of the head of Bullock. Oh, and a poke to the eyes of Walker. I never thought I'd be cheering for the convict Bill Bullock in a matchup, but Thomas Walker must be stopped. Oh, clips the knee now. See, in the battle of who's worst. Oh. Ushigoroshi across the knee. Walker into the cover. Hooks the leg. Bullock barely able to roll the shoulder in the time. A second one across the knee from Walker. Back into the cover. 1, 2. No. Bullock out again, but look at those twin pools of blood left behind by those two maneuvers and pin attempts. Oh, Bullock going low. Discus lariat drops Walker, but he rolls through, pops right back up. Neckbreaker variation, plants Bullock in the center of the ring, hooks the leg deep, got him! Thomas Walker is unstoppable. Ah, okay, that's why you're doing it. That's how you're doing your 3 customs and your 3... Okay, the 3 edit versions. Oh, that's what you meant by that. I was like, well, how did you hack customs into the default rosters? Good for you. Thomas Walker taking out Bill Bullock with that screw neckbreaker drop. Not the fanciest maneuver in the world by any stretch of the imagination. Not the best match by any stretch of the imagination. But a solid contest in the first in our championship series. So that's why my face is back on screen. So I can adjust this real quick. Bill Bullock losing to Thomas Walker. Wowzers. Is he going to get the number 1 seed? I think that means it's probably going to be Thomas Walker versus Bill Bullock in the first round if things continue as they do. This is all, remember, this is all for tournament seeding. Okay, so after the conclusion of that matchup, here are your standings. Boink. You can see there with the flashing cursor, Thomas Walker, 10 points leading the way. Bill Bullock's still down there at 2. All right, our only other tournament matchup is in our main event tonight. We're going to see Jack Howard take on David Houston in the main event of the second show. Before that, we're going to see a showcase match here where Ilya Dragunov is coming back to face Kenta Kobashi. Now, Kenta Kobashi is technically in poor condition, but their body hasn't broken down yet, so I'm crossing my fingers that just a singles match against Ilya isn't going to be the worst thing in the world for them, and we can hopefully rest them next month or continue working them down if they're in poor condition, but their body parts are like yellow, orange, getting toward red. I think we have a little bit of leeway. Okay, let's let me get myself out of the way. Bing, bang, boom. Give it one of these, and then get ourselves down to the ring after I save it because I can't help it. I almost didn't recognize Kenta Kobashi wearing his old school gear. When was the last one? 86 or something? I'll get it. Okay, now I'm back with the shoe. Kobashi in their old school orange, trying to differentiate themselves from Ilya Dragunov in the black and red. Here in the heat of the summer, our July event is certainly heating up in the championship series. Kenta Kobashi didn't have a scheduled opponent for the championship series because we're dealing with a couple of nagging injuries amongst the crew. Insisted on staying competition sharp, he said, and so invited Ilya Dragunov back to the GWA after their incredible 5-star match against Mad Polly. Mad Polly, who we saw in the opening contest, very successful against Brian Malonis in another barn burner. We'll see what Ilyana Dragunov what sort of fight they can bring to a Kenta Kobashi who nails them with an orange crush at the 3-minute mark for a 2 count. Kenta Kobashi does not mess around, especially not with chops, and good on Dragunov for trying to earn Kobashi's respect by chopping him down to the canvas there. What a response to the Orange Crush from Dragunov. Nice senton off the top that time. As in the very early going, Kobashi is able to pull off a major piece of offense. And now you see Dragunov doing his best to kick out at 1, not even letting the 2 count happen. Nice Dwayne Johnson style spinebuster there. The People's Spinebuster out of Ilya Dragunov into a penalty kick. And a rock bottom. I guess a larger fan of Dwayne Johnson than I would have given him credit for is Ilya Dragunov with that rock bottom style Uranagi and that People's Spinebuster variation. Yeah, I think you're right there, King Drago. I don't think anyone can catch Thomas Walker in the standings, so I think our number 1 seed has already been squared away. Not that there's anything. Whoa! Bullsmithing wildly with those chops, and then Ilya able to spin it into that Uranagi again. Almost puts Kenta Kobashi away. Impressive fight from the guest here. I don't know how impressed Kenta Kobashi would be if he invited someone to a sporting contest and ultimately was defeated by them. Would be most humbling. Huge burning lariat and then a knife edge chop to the back of the head of Ilya. Oh, but as you can see, one shot from Ilya drops Kobashi to the canvas. Likewise can be said for Kobashi in that rear soul butt there. Chops back and forth. Pump handle powerbomb. 2. No, Kenta Kobashi just rolls the shoulder. Oh, and another vicious backhand chop across the eyes there. Oh, drops him with a clothesline off the ropes. Kobashi again barely kicks out, and then Ilya steals the burning hammer. Kenta's back up. Orange Crush. 1, 2. No! Dragunov kicks out. Dragunov with a burning hammer to Kobashi. Kobashi's got to get back into this one. Nice way to start with those chops. And now just trying to pull Ilya Dragunov's head off. We are barely past 10 minutes gone into this one. Both men looking for the kill shot already. Neither man giving an inch. Center of the ring. Going back and forth with those chops. Dragunov with a discus lariat. Dropping Kobashi once more. Kobashi sends him across the ring. Oh, didn't have time for the clothesline in the corner, but body slams Ilya Dragunov to the floor, allowing Kenta Kobashi to retreat to the center of the ring and sportingly allow Dragunov his own time in getting back inside, and both men catch their breath and we reset. Huge DDT there from Kobashi. Center of the ring now. Sends Dragunov to the corner. Chopping away at the chest. I wish their chest got red. That'd be cool. Oh. Just kicks him away. Back and forth. Just kicking him in the face is Ilya Dragunov. Oh, and the Death Valley Driver. Both variations felt by Kenta Kobashi in this one. 2 in a row. Earlier it was his own burning hammer, and now it's 2 DVDs. But Kenta Kobashi fights on, ducks the clothesline. Another big Uranagi in the center of the ring. Oh, and downs him with another clothesline. This should do it. 1, 2, 3. Ilya Dragunov downing Kenta Kobashi in an impressive effort. Very much gunning for a roster spot, and we'd be happy to have him, quite frankly. 94% with the punching lariat. Holy moly, what a contest that was. All right, a little bit of hubris there out of Kenta Kobashi. They invited someone to fight them and they ended up beating them fair and square. I bet you they shook hands after the matchup. I'm sure Kobashi had a huge grin on his face, the whole 9. But this does not affect our standing, so I don't feel I need to pop myself back on screen to discuss it. A heck of a contest though, and as you can see, Even though our crowd is a little smaller, we are entertaining the crap out of them at an overall 92. Hopefully giving those other 3 roster members time off is also helpful. Okay, so our main event is, of course, part of the GWA title series. As we see David Houston and their 6 points take on Jack Howard and their 4 points. Now, just because everyone's working out fairly evenly in this one, I feel like Jack Howard's going to take it and they're going to be stuck at 6. Let's see if they're going to be tied at 6 all over the place. Let's see if I'm wrong. As we make our way, boink, boink, down to the ring. After saving one more time, discuss. All right, your second main event of the day. David Houston, Jack Howard is another GWA Championship Series matchup, and your main event, Houston immediately into a Paradise Lock, kind of a comedy spot unless you actually actively sit on your opponent and pull on their limbs. It can actually therefore be deadly, or dangerous at the very least. Well, David Houston said you're going to have to try a lot harder than that to get one over on me, Jack Howard. In another time, another place, these two had a heck of a spirited contest as co-members of a very prominent stable in Earth 2's GWA, or I guess maybe this is Earth 2, and that's Earth 1. But this is obviously their first one-on-one contest in this iteration of the GWA universe. Test of strength there, easily won by the much larger Hollywood hunk Jack Howard. Beautiful butterfly suplex with a bridge. I'd actually like to see that move in real life a lot more. I believe he's the Anti-Gravity Kid, is David Houston. This is his nickname. Very well versed in flying head scissor variations and has a very fast and effective moonsault. Both, a lot of varieties of that as well, out of the corner, off the top rope, obviously. Oh, nice discus lariat there by Howard, just establishing himself. Misses the second one though. Houston able to catch him with a couple of forearms under the jaw. Off the ropes now. This has got to be Houston's strategy in this. As the smaller, speedier wrestler, I would expect him to stick and move a lot more often than would a Jack Howard, who's going to try to smother you with his offense, for lack of a better term. Hey, Nozon, thank you very much. That is the senior official here in the gnarly wrestling aisle. That is Mr. Bigfoot, the referee on record, the creature on feature. They referee each and every match here in the GWA. The only wrestling promotion I know of where all 3 letters of its acronym are silent. Hollywood hunk Jack Howard with a beautiful follow-away slam, just depositing David Houston into the turnbuckle there. As we said, he likes to... Oh, off for the butterfly. He likes to set his opponents up in the corner facing the center of the ring and then package pile drive them toward the center of the ring. That's his preferred way to hit that move and finish his matches. Oh. Hey, Nozong, thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Oh, low-key style. Seated dragon sleeper there. Bit of the Warrior's Way out of David Houston. Vicious stuff. I'm sure other people do that variation, but the one I know most prominently is low-key. And no, it's not just because I'm currently doing a Wrestle rewatch of like TNA and Ring of Honor from 2005 to 07 or something like that. Oh, nice. Kane, good work on renaming their finishes and stuff. Good stuff. Good idea. Snaps off another big head scissor takeover there, and in the center of the ring now, locking on that Paradise Lock. As we said, not quite a comedy spot if you're actually sitting on your opponent and wrenching on their limbs. Jack Howard, though, able to fight his way free. Oh, setting up for the Angel's Wings there was David Houston, unable to hit it. Trying a second time, able to pull it off now on the much larger Hollywood hunk into La Magistral, center of the ring. 2 count, says referee Senior Sasquatch. And the match goes on. Now David Houston in full view of the ref trying to get Jack Howard disqualified with his phantom chair spot. Shades of the late great Eddie Guerrero. Shades of the Florida Brothers in early DDT days. But Mr. Bigfoot having none of it. And Jack Howard says that's it. He has had enough of hang on, David Houston rolls him up. Oh, just a 2 count. David Houston's roll-ups are deadly. Jack Howard thankfully able to escape, and the match goes on up top. What agility. Body press. Howard just able to roll the shoulder at 2.9. Pop-up powerbomb sends Houston to the floor. What a vicious response from Jack Howard in order to catch his breath. A pop-up powerbomb over the ropes to the floor. Oh, and that moonsault out of Houston in response. Oh, Howard just able to roll the shoulder once more. Hollywood Hunk fighting for all he's worth. Amaze impact out of David Houston. Rolls him into the cover. Got him. David Houston picking up 2 huge points in the GWA Championship Series. Sole possession of 8 points on the leaderboard, I believe. A huge win for the Anti-Gravity Kid. Not the best match on the card, but who cares? We had a great time, and it finished 91% overall. So I think we're okay. I think we're just fine. So let me adjust my records here. That's wild. Woo. Okay, so David Houston defeating Jack Howard. That record, or that document, has been updated. And let's cut here. Another great event. We didn't sell as many tickets as last time, but customer satisfaction is through the roof as always. We need 80 plus in order to put on a satisfactory show, and our past 2 shows have been in the 90s. Okay, so let's see, and let me update that live really quick. Actually, let me update that live on air. So, boink! Here we are in the GWA Championship Series. That's right, because we have 8 members on our roster in this Fire Promoter mode. Why not make it more difficult for myself and book a round-robin tournament on top of it? David Houston picking up a huge victory. Boink. For Jack Howard sitting with a lowly 4 points. Surprising, given the quality of his work. Boink. There we go. So this is where we stand after 7 months. We have a clear number 1 in Thomas Walker, who is undefeated so far, but we also have a number of competitors, the vast majority of competitors at that, who only have a couple of matches left. El Tejano must wrestle 3 matches. Howard, Robinson, and Kobashi, so that's gonna take a little longer. We're doing our best to book this all on the fly, so there are going to be little breaks here and there as people get hurt or get wound down, sort of thing. Woo! Another success. We pulled it off tonight, but the empty bleachers stood out. Yeah, I'm going to try next time booking the smaller venue for double the price at first and see what happens. Good call. Dominic Mysterio and Kofi Kingston are the new WWE Junior Champions, Junior Tag Team Champions. Nobody, just a blank comma there. Yeah, I wish I knew offhand like everybody's full names. Okay, that is Tito Santana, but not the Tito Santana you're thinking of. I think that's Sakiaki, or Aki, okay. It's going by too fast. Ryo Saito, I got that one. Chris Sabin is your Impact Heavyweight Champion. That's easy to pull off. I can do that for you. I don't know which Seiya that is. Donovan Morgan, I believe, won the Legends Junior belt. That makes them Legends Junior belt champion and Legends Junior Tag Team champion as well, I think. Okay. As expected, we did not make as much as last month. So we actually made like half the profit we did last time, but we had to hire more people and stuff. CMLL is going to have a tournament. Okay. Impact is going to have a tournament. Okay. Now let's see if there's any major news, if anybody's hurt, if anybody's okay. Okay, so far so good. We're going to save. We're going to do our, not human resources, excuse me. We're going to do our management and pay our $3 to make sure our sandbag's okay. You okay, little sandbag? Good. Eventually we're going to get, as soon as we get 30 grand over 100 grand, you know what I mean? As soon as we're at $130,000, here comes the rest of the crew. Actually, maybe we can do a nicer venue when we run a tournament finally, and maybe that'll also help us generate a little extra cash to make our stable bigger. A stable of wrestlers. Okay, now time for some behind the scenes biz. Let's check out how our wrestlers are doing. Kobashi is doing poor, but still green, so that's fine. Tejano is A-OK. Robson, A-OK. Mickey Williams, fine. Howard is doing poor, but are green. Houston, good. Walker, poor and orange. Bullock, normal. Okay. Everybody can work. I don't need to hire anybody for this next show. To me, that means even though... Who's in poor? They're in poor condition, but the only one I'm really worried about is Thomas Walker. And to be honest, he only has one match left, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't think. Oh no, he has 2 matches left. He has to face Robson, he has to face Williams. Oh, this is going to be great. Okay, I'm treating everybody as healthy. Everybody's fine. Let's go back to... Ooh, hang on. I got so many windows. Let's back up a little bit and take a look at... I can't help but save all the time. Let's take a look at booking that event. And we're going to start with Kane Drago's idea here. Booking the gym, but doubling the price. And let's see if we can pull out a 4-banger of a match here. Okay, I'm gonna put up the title series graphic because I'm gonna book this obviously live. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we're doing David Houston, Bill Bullock, and that finishes the run of David Houston. So year 1, month 08. Year 1, month 08. I wonder if that screws everybody over. Jack Howard must face El Tejano. Year 1, month 08. Some of these are ending in a timely fashion. Howard. Year 1, month 08. Okay, Bullock's occupied. Matt Robson can face either Walker or Tejano. They have to face Walker. Year 1. This might disqualify some matches from happening, but that's fine. Matt Robson, Thomas Walker. Mickey Williams. No, Kobashi must face Tejano. They can't. Mickey Williams. Bullock, Walker. Okay. So, we're going to have to move some stuff around. But everybody's healthy, so I could just put together a singles match for the 4th match on the card. That's not a problem. It's just going to be a non-tournament match. So if I do 3, I do David Houston, Bill Bullock. I do Matt Robson, Thomas Walker. And I do El Tejano... oh, hang on. Sorry. I said that all terribly wrong. David Houston, Bill Bullock. Check. Matt Robson, Thomas Walker. Check. Mickey Williams needs Walker or Bullock. Can't do it. Kenta needs Tejano. Can't do it. Tejano is already booked. So I only have... Oh, I have 3 matches. I got Jack Howard. Okay, so I have 3, but I have a couple people left over. Then I'm okay. Who's not fighting? Mickey Williams and Kenta. I can just put them against each other just for something to do. That could be our opening contest. Alright, I think we're okay beyond that. So let me just jot these down and start our show with Kenta. I don't know if this is true, but I wonder if putting people on earlier in the card make them try less, by which I mean don't go balls to the wall and end up risk hurting themselves. I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but wouldn't it be great if, because I'm putting Kenta Kobashi in the opening match, that he took it a little bit easy and didn't destroy himself or his opponent and vice versa? Anyway, Kenta Kobashi, Mickey Williams, which is actually obviously anything that happens singles wise that's already happened in the tournament is a rematch. So month 3 this occurred in the tournament and Mickey Williams defeated Kenta Kobashi, but we're going to open our show with Kenta Kobashi, Mickey Williams. Actually, hang on, sorry. Now that I have this here, I'm going to book it live and then put up the screen, or put up the graphics after. So, opening matchup. As we said, we're not having any friends in, we don't need them, but if we can get Mickey Williams and Kenta Kobashi in the ring together, we can at least put on a good show for them. Okay. And our second match up, what's our least exciting? What is our least exciting title series match we can do? Houston Bullock is good. Robson Walker, they're all actually all pretty good. Let's do Houston Bullock in match 2 then. Oop, not a 6-man tag, you silly boy. That's what I get from using my controller and the mouse at the same time. Okay, David Houston, the anti-gravity kid. Coming off that big win. Ooh, they got a B popularity in America. Oh, that's dope. And did we say Bill Bullock? Bill Bullock, who looks to be more hurting than I thought. Because it also looks like his legs are getting a little lighter as well. Legs and neck. Do your best, bud. Do your best. Okay, halfway here, and the place is halfway booked, and the place is halfway full, so that's not too bad. Okay. Okay. Are we sure this hasn't happened yet? Maybe I just assume it has because of how many times they've been together. Okay, Matt Robinson. Actually, I like to put the heels in the red part. Thomas Walker. Matt Robinson, which means your main event is El Tejano Jr. Where'd that go? Oops. Dang it, I put him in the wrong spot. Haha, there you go. El Tejano Jr. Jack Howard. Oh, look at that! We do sell the place out. So that reduces our expenses and doubles our profits, so we're still making at least 32 grand. Kane Drago, you brilliant, brilliant person, you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are in a smaller venue, but still, just by word of mouth, we have sold it out, and we're gonna get $20 a head. Yeah, so that's the difference between 65 people. Well, you know, we'd lose. Who cares? Anyway, that's all good. That is all good. Oh, hang on. In Kane Drago's universe, I like sharing this stuff. In his version, Hollywood Hunk, Jack Howard's package pile driver is the California Chiro. The Divine Matt Robinson's pedigree is the Divine Intervention. I love that one. That's awesome. And the Anti-Gravity Kid David Houston's finish, I swapped the Amaze Impact for the Last Rites that we used. Yeah, that I used to think was anyway, and now it's Newton's Law. Love it. Love it. Good work. Yeah, that for the longest time I thought the Last Rites was his finish too, but apparently it's the Amaze Impact. Which is a dope finish, don't get me wrong, but it's not what we're looking for. Cool. Like, certainly out of a guy the size of an anti-gravity kid, let's say. Doesn't quite fit. Oh, glad to have you here, King Drago. Loving it. Okay, so we are more than happy with this match card. I am ready to roll with it. I don't have to worry about people not... I don't have to worry about guests not showing up. Oh, look at those expenses. They are half. Okay, let us produce some merchandise. Even the $2,000 it's going to cost for these, and I'm not even going to sell them all because we're only at a 16... Well, I don't know. We're more popular now. And the people that spent $20 might also be willing to spend $10 on snacks, but who knows? I don't expect to sell all of those in front of our 1,600 strong audience, but we are headed back to the old gym. Oh, Chiros and chiropractor. I got it. I thought it was like something, you know, Spanish, because California, being on the border, close to the border, or whatnot. The California Chiro. Love it. Let's see. I think that's it. I think we're okay. Yeah, I don't do any scouting yet. I certainly can't afford to do any scouting. There's no point. We don't even have a broadcast contract, so I'm not even going to look at that until we're not even on TV, you know what I mean? No point in offering contracts because we don't have any room. If I wanted to manage the stable, fine, I will transfer Kobashi to the faces, and I will transfer El Tejano Jr. to the heels. That's just kind of the two lines in the sand, pretty much. It doesn't really mean much at the moment. So let's do that. It's just for clarity's sake, I guess. I could always, you know, disband them and so on and so forth later. Okay. I don't think it's that bad of a stretch to say that we shouldn't have any issues proceeding to this event. Everybody should show up. Everyone who works for me is here to get a paycheck. The August event is underway. Here we all are. Beautiful. Smaller venue, $20 a head. Brilliant. 32 grand. Just on the gate. That's more than what we would make selling out the larger place at $10. All right. in a non-tournament match, a rematch from the third month's show, Kenta Kobashi, Mickey Williams. I'm not going to say too much to set these up. Everybody knows what we're all about here. Full show. As always, the creature on feature, the referee on record, Mr. Bigfoot calling the bell a mere 30 seconds ago. And we are well underway in this contest, and Mickey Williams wastes no time lacerating Kenta Kobashi on a string of bad luck. Invited Ilya Dragunov to face him in one-on-one competition last month and was humbled by being defeated by the upstart. Though the two shook hands after, and Kobashi had a big smile on his face. It must have hurt his pride a little bit. And now Mickey Williams looking to continue those losing ways for Kobashi by just targeting the now gaping wound in the forehead. You can see all the blood spilling willy-nilly. As always, the canvas will absorb it and make the fight stronger. As you can see, it already dissipating. Oh, and now just biting at the flesh of Kenta Kobashi. Something must be done about a Mickey Williams. That's a little too gross even for me in a league that allows for Thomas Walker to sneak a fork into all of his matches. Where do we draw the line? Oh, that kick might have been low as well. Kenta Kobashi has been...
Give up.
Oh boy. Is it against the 8-ball? Under the 8-ball? Behind the 8-ball. That's it. Behind the 8-ball since pretty much the opening bell, as in the opening minute, Mickey Williams busted him open. As you remember, in their match in the third show in the GWA's history, he busted Kenta Kobashi open and wore him down and eventually won the match with that torture choke. Not wasting a moment is Mickey Williams, looking for that same result in this one. We are 5 minutes deep, and Kenta Kobashi is in a big bad way here. Has a heck of a mountain to climb if he wants to get back into this one, as Mickey Williams is essentially having his way with the horribly wounded Kenta Kobashi. For better or for worse, our ring doctors do not attend to the professionals, to the athletes, until the matches are over. As you can see, it is up to Kenta Kobashi to stop Mickey Williams biting him. And Williams going back under the ring for several of his favorite weapon, the kendo stick. I also don't know who is supplying these kendo sticks under the ring. They actually perform no functional purpose at a wrestling show. The chairs, at least, we can justify. There's extra seating. As now Kenta Kobashi returns Mickey Williams to the ring. Even re-entering the ring, you can see how it stains the canvas as the blood continues to flow down the chest of Kenta Kobashi, who gets planted with a boss man slam, and Mickey Williams straight back to work on the forehead. Huge burning lariat from Kobashi, though. Again, trying valiantly to fight his way back into this one. Got him up. Spikes him down with a brainbuster, does Kobashi. Oh, and now once again back to the forehead. This is a 5-count DQ in the ring, but you can see Mickey Williams gnawing on the flesh of Kobashi for as long as possible, countering that suplex with a kick to the ding-dong. One of the dirtiest fighters I've ever seen in this Wrestle universe. A second ding-dong kick counter from Mickey Williams, the Hell Knight. Kobashi in a world of trouble, sends him off the ropes. Doesn't have enough energy to clothesline him, just gets bowled over by Williams. Backdrop suplex there, Kobashi back up, fighting valiantly. But it's only a matter of time. Oh, half and half! Drops Mickey Williams on the back of his head! Oh, and then stems the tide of offense with a stiff kick. Poses to the crowd. Mickey Williams thinks he's got it. Big spear there, and back to the sickle. Oh, and the Iron Claw! Oh, and he's so proud of himself, is Williams. Just opening up that wound further and further. It's going to require stitches for sure. How many of them is anybody's guess. Oh. Anytime Kobashi gets a little bit of momentum, Mickey Williams goes right back to that forehead wound. Off the ropes he's sent, though. Huge clothesline from Kenta. Come on, Kobashi. You can do it. Bowls Mickey Williams over. Oh, drops with a brainbuster. Oh yeah, the attire of Mickey Williams reminds me of either Tommy Dreamer or like Hardy Boys era Michael P.S. Hayes. One of those two, if you went super hardcore. Oh, green mist in the eyes. Is there no depth to which Mickey Williams will not stoop? And now another iron claw under the jaw of Kenta Kobashi. Oh, middle of the ring now, just jabbing the forehead into the top of the dome of Kobashi. Kobashi trying to win this thing with a wrestling move. Orange Crush in the center of the ring. Williams out at 2.9. Oh, Williams winning that strike battle with a nicely placed football tackle under the armpit there of Kobashi. Oh. You can see the mixing of blood and green mist on the chest of Kobashi is now turned orange, but oh my God, what a torturous submission move there. A seated Cobra clutch, wrenching on the back as well. Kobashi forced to tap out. Mickey Williams, 2-0 against Kenta Kobashi. But what about the King Cobra hold? That's a pretty dope name for that. I hope that's his finish. That's awesome. I mean, maybe a little less bloodletting, but still. All black and casual. Yeah, or maybe like secretly Steve Blackman is somehow hiding his little bags of martial arts accoutrement under these rings. Who knows? But someone's getting all this stuff to Mickey Williams, and it's at least proving dividends against Kenta Kobashi. Maybe he himself sneaks a couple kendo sticks under the ring before these shows start. All right, that is our only non-tournament matchup of this show. We have 3 tournament matchups to follow, and I think this will probably do us for our broadcasting day. Okay, so we got our next match. Hang on, let's make this official and take a look at the standings real quick. Boink. Okay, so coming up first, we have Bill Bullock sitting at a very unhealthy 2 points. We'll be taking on David Houston. We'll be finishing their tournament with this matchup, hoping to end with a solid 10 points to Bill Bullock's 2. I mean, you know, if they beat them, it'll be 10 and 2. All right, I've mucked this up. Hang on one second. Bing, bong, boom. Oh, yeah, I put bug on, camera off. And not that anything I just did in OBS had anything to do with this Fire Pro game, but let's just save the Fire Pro game again. Everyone should aspire to be like Steve Blackman. Yeah, like, didn't that guy... Isn't part of his story how, like, he was bedridden for 2 years with a severe case of mono, and then got out of that predicament and put himself in Steve Blackman shape? Like, that guy was ridiculously in shape, and it looked completely natural. Like, he just looked, yep, this is me, and just quietly dangerous. Silent but deadly, Steve Blackman. Neither man here is going to be silent in their quest for the GWA Championship. Bill Bullock doing everything in their power to pull some positives out of this tournament, sitting at a mere 2 points, going against David Houston here in their final match of the tournament. We'll be looking around, trying to, as we said, finish on a positive note. A full 10 points. Nice sequence there, but a no count, says senior official Mr. Bigfoot. Expect this one to be a more brisk pace than some of our other matches. Both Bill Bullock and David Houston, junior heavyweights. So that's a less weight to be carrying around. Could be a lot more mobile in the ring, can these two. Also, 2 of our younger competitors, as Bill Bullock is only 22 years of age, is the convict in the black and green trunks there, duking it out with David Houston in the red. Punches from Bullock doing the trick. Now looking to press his advantage, starting to work on the leg. Never a dumb idea to attack the legs of your opponent. They cannot move, they cannot fight back. Mind you, the same can be said if you attack the arms, or if you attack the torso, because you're taking their breath away. Take my breath away. La Magistral, too close to the ropes. You saw Bill Bullock able to grab that bottom rope with his hand, immediately breaking the cover. Excellent ring savvy from these two men. confirm where they are at all times. David Houston just in minor miscalculation with that La Magistral. Mind you, in the opening minutes of the contest, you're more just sort of testing the mental and cardiovascular conditioning of your opponent than expecting to be able to roll them up that quickly. You see David Houston attempting another victory roll. They are deadly. He can lock you in. He's won championships in other universes with that move. You see Bill Bullock just going for tried and true brawling style offense here. Just hammering down blows on the anti-gravity kid. Able to fight his way free though. Momentarily. Oh gosh. Here comes that vicious suplex variation, but unfortunately, too close to the ropes is Bill Bullock this time. It's very difficult to set your opponent up in the northern and southern quadrants of the ring. You kind of want to go east-west, but he seems to have a good place for that submission. I could have sworn David Houston's feet were under the ropes there, but referee didn't seem to notice. Noticed that time, though, as it broke the pin attempt for Houston, who snaps Bill Bullock over once more and waits for him to stand. Nice missile drop kick to the cheek, the facial cheek, that is, of Bill Bullock, and he gets rolled up. 1, 2. Kicks out at 2. As we talked about, the roll-ups of David Houston are pretty deadly. Nicely done. Moonsault out of the corner to the back of Bill Bullock. Another La Magistral, but again too close to the ropes. If Houston had angled that in the opposite direction, he might have had a 3 count there. Rolls him up again, though! Bullock just able to escape at 2.9. That could have done it. We've seen flash pins end things in David Houston's favor before. In another life. Dropping Bill Bullock once more. Amaze impact. Rolls him over this time. 1, 2. No! Bullock out at 2 after the amaze impact. Which maybe I should call Amazing Red, because he's all dressed in red. Oh, now he's trying to get Bill Bullock disqualified for use of a chair. That one a slightly more successful attempt, as Mr. Bigfoot was across the ring. Played a little credence there, but it distracted Bullock long enough to get hit with the Angel's Wings, but he counters with a Fisherman Buster. And he just kicks the legs out from underneath David Houston. Bill Bullock undeterred by that Angel's Wings, but get rolled up. Oh. Another stiff 2. Stomach claw! Oh my god, the stomach claw! If this were 1977, David Houston would have exploded at the force of that stomach claw. Fights Bullock off. Another Angel's Wings in the corner. Drags him away, but if he La Magistrals him in the wrong direction, this could be curtains. No, Houston waits for him to stand, for better or for worse here. Gets him with the drop toe. In a position for what? I don't quite know. Bullock fights his way free with a low blow. Back to work on the legs momentarily. Nice flipping drop kick off the ropes from Houston. The anti-gravity kid living up to his moniker. Whoa. The ease with which he fires off that moonsault. And a second. Up top for a third. 3 moonsaults in a row. All from the top rope. Super crazy, eat your heart out. Bullock doing his best to fight his way back to the center of the ring. Houston drops him with a super kick. Pulls him back to his feet. Once again trying for the disqualification with a chair. You can see Mr. Bigfoot is across the ring. What's all this about then? And he gets it! David Houston wins by DQ! Finishing the tournament with 10 points. Bill Bullock disqualified! What a cheeky finish from the anti-gravity kid. A win is a win, and that gets him 2 precious points in the championship series. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me just update that real quick. David Houston finishes his tournament, the first finisher of the tournament, finishing with 10 huge points. Bill Bullock, meanwhile, has precious little opportunity. One more chance. One more chance for Bill Bullock. Here. Share in that. Okay. Amazing. All right. Our next matchup, Thomas Walker, Matt Robson. As you can see, Thomas Walker, undefeated in the GWA Championship Series, went in leading the all brackets with 10 points, has 2 more matches to find a flaw in their game, quite frankly. Going up against Matt Robinson, who been pretty spotty, not gonna lie. 2 and 3 in their Championship Series performances so far. Only 4 points, towards the lower end of the spectrum of things. But should be a spirited contest. I know both men are going to be very interested and motivated to win this one. I'm going to get myself out of the way and that bug back. Boink. Let's get down to the ring. I think I saved. I always make sure I save anyway because I can't help myself. Anytime I tab back to Fire Pro, I'm like, I better save. All right, another GWA Championship Series match. Oh, thanks, Dean. I appreciate that, using those move names. I went with the, I didn't even know you could, I guess, yeah, I didn't think that I could have just started a promotion with the 6 default but edit versions of them type of thing. So this is just the in-game versions that I can't quite edit. But I might tweak my, otherworldly versions to use those, for sure. Like my overall Wrestle Universe, you know what I mean? Like my exhibition roster, which is, of course, even more promotions that we have in our Wrestling Universe in Fire Promoter here. Like, I had to limit myself to 16 in Fire Promoter. I have about 20 in the game total. Mind you, all the talent is here. Like, I imported all the actual wrestlers into this universe, so they will be available as free agents and such. My apologies to both competitors. I'm doing them a disservice by not commenting on the beginning of this matchup. Matt Robinson and Thomas Walker, something in their eyes burns with a rivalry that will last forever. These two, I could see taking each other on in arenas across this great land of ours for years to come. Mainstays of the GWA roster, as you see a beautiful Northern Lights flipped into the armbar from Robinson, bringing out his A material already. Thomas Walker smartly applying a submission of his own there. Trying to wear each other down. Now, bowls them over. Was going for that Frankensteiner he used to great effect in his last match against Bullock. But Robinson able to counter. And now Walker in turn countering a pedigree attempt from Robinson. Catching him with a complete shot there. Is the Brilliant Devil. Against the divine Matt Robinson. Yeah, like I said, something about these two gentlemen just seems like they would be diametrically opposed to one another and rivals forever.
Give up.
Ah, gotcha. I just write it down using verbally. Fair enough. I do love the divine intervention for the pedigree. I'm for sure using that. The California Cairo. I like it. I do not like it, but I like alliteration. So I'm trying to think if I can think of a Hollywood variation. As you see a beautiful near fall there from Thomas Walker. As we described, should they stick to just their wrestling prowess, one of the best in the business, and it's not a misnomer to say that they might have done just as well in the tournament had they not resorted to their cheating ways, but we'll never know that, as Thomas Walker has busted the fork out in each and every one of their matches to this point. Mind you, the story of the tournament is that they are undefeated and leading the way by a wide margin. Back and forth they go. Here comes Walker off the ropes. Big elbow. Dropping Robinson, drags him away from the ropes. Oh! Divine intervention, spiking him on his face! But he elects to pull him back to his feet. Interesting strategy there by Matt Robinson, and he gets the fork for his troubles, immediately busted open. That first stab did the trick. Matt Robinson could have gone for the pin after that divine intervention, but elected to pick Thomas Walker back up to his feet and paid for it severely, as he is now busted wide open. Not even 10 minutes into this matchup. Yeah. Ooh. Beautiful frog splash, hooks the leg, got him, just like that. Thomas Walker with a frog splash, surprising Matt Robson shortly after busting him wide open. Couldn't recover from that blood loss in time. This is going to be in the 70s. This is going to be the worst match we've had on the card in a long, long time, I just bet you. Oh, 84, not bad, not bad. Not bad, but I gotta tell you, that's another win in the tournament for Thomas Walker. That's insane. There is no one that can catch him now. He is 100% your #1 seed, Thomas Walker. Laughing into his last matchup with Mickey Williams coming up. Meanwhile, Matt Robinson drops another one, staying at 4 points. Hang on 1 second, I'll get the graphic up for you once I update it live. What a day and time we live in where I can live edit a Word document. Oh, hang on. And then pop it into a live broadcast like so. There you can see our current standings with only one match remaining on today's broadcast. El Tejano Jr. is set to take on Jack Howard in a battle of the 4-pointers. But Thomas Walker, I gotta tell you, the clear #1 seed coming out of this championship series. It'll be interesting to see how he can translate weapon use into a one-night tournament. Legit, I'm curious to see what sort of different strategy ends up emerging due to his inability to continually sneak a fork. Like, he's beating up once a month, so he has a whole month to think of ways to sneak a fork into his matches. If you're in a one-night tournament and you use a fork in the first match, you would hope that the referee would take it away from you for matches 2, 3, and 4, assuming you made it all the way to the finals. But we shall see. We shall see as we eventually book that championship tournament. Not to be outdone, Jack Howard and El Tejano Jr. also hungry for points. We'll be meeting one another here in our main event, the last main event of our broadcast for the day. I'm going to get myself out of the way and get that bug back up. Get ourselves back down to the ring. For Hollywood hunk Jack Howard and El Tejano Jr. Looking for redemption, I think coming off losses, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tejano doing his best to beat Thomas Walker in failing, and Jack Howard coming off that loss to David Houston. Okay, I know he's the Hollywood hunk Jack Howard, but Kane Drago, hear me out. I know it's Hollywood and it's not necessarily TV, but wrestling is a television product, and it's not exactly like we would be broadcast in movie theaters. So what about his package pile driver being called, and I know this is slightly mixing metaphors because he's the Hollywood hunk, what about it being called the rating spike? That's my idea at the moment. I know doesn't quite fall in line with Hollywood hunk, but being as he's a Hollywood star on your television screen, because we don't broadcast wrestling events in theaters. I mean, except for WrestleMania, and Cineplex Odeon did for years. So ignore that last comment, I guess. We do broadcast WrestleMania or wrestling in theaters, but not regularly. I think I like rating spike. It doesn't quite fit 100%, but it feels good, and it's going to feel good to comment or commentate. Slowing down with the Boston Crab there. Ooh, nice shoulder tackle from Tejano. Brilliant. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I wouldn't go that far, but I think it's pretty solid. Rating spike. And hey, likewise, feel free to, if you like it enough to use in your game, feel free, go ahead, but I appreciate the company today. Nice pop-up powerbomb there. Might have been trying to send Tejano over the ropes. Luckily for Tejano, he landed in the ring. Oh, going for a second one. Definitely trying to get him out of the ring now. Just failing as Jack Howard. Might be looking to shift to a different tactic. Oh, just drops Tejano with a brain buster. Hollywood hunk establishing himself in the first 5 minutes of this contest. carry his way through to a delicious 2 points in the championship series. Both of these men looking to get back to the winning ways. Both sitting in the bit of the basement of the tournament. Not as far down as Bill Bullock, but down near the bottom are both the Hollywood Hunk and El Tejano Jr. It's a very competitive field of 8 that they are within, so somebody had to be down there. As now we see for the first time, and I'm going to call it, rating spike. Dropping Tejano on his head, but unfortunately, as we've discussed in the past, it is difficult to align your opponent properly north and south. Or in the northern and southern quadrants of the ring, you want to go east-west. Tejano doing a better job, but still not good enough, as Jack Howard is able to get his leg under the rope there and break that pin. Tejano undaunted, straight back up, another rolling senton into the cover. Got him positioned well now, but only a 1 count as Jack Howard just simply kicks out. Back to the midsection. Goes El Tejano, trying to commit Grand Theft Oxygen and steal the wind. Oh my gosh, Tornado Tejas! But Jack Howard rolls through and drops him on his head with a brainbuster. Oh, just bodily throwing Jack Howard back of the head first to the mat. And now 2 power bombs. 3 power bombs with a release. Hooks the leg deep as Tejano. Howard out at 2. As we approach 10 minutes here, you'll hear the announcement in a second. Nice black hole slam. Pulls him away into a cover. 2 count. Howard escapes again. Hollywood Hunk's got to get back on track here. Another Tornado Tejas. Drags him away from the ropes, this time into the cover. 1, 2. Howard barely able to roll the shoulder up at 2.9. Tejano pouring it on here. Big shoulder tackle. Oh, has to catch his breath. This may give Hollywood Hunk a bit of an opportunity, and so it does. Nice follow-away slam. What are you going to do, says Jack Howard. Oh, and now a half and half. Haven't seen that out of Jack Howard very often. Nice short arm clothesline telling Tejano to bring it. This could be disaster, but no, Tejano fighting for all he's worth here. Back and forth they go. Big boot from Tejano, settling that argument for the moment. Back and forth they go. Big DDT spiking Tejano to the canvas. Jack Howard looking to set him up for that rating spike once more. Tejano looking once more for that Tornado Tejas, but they've already hit twice. Seems to think they've got Howard right where they want them. Does El Tejano Jr. Oh gosh! Rating spike! Into the cover from Jack Howard! 1, 2, no! El Tejano kicks it 2! Nice TKO there from Howard. He can't follow up in time. Both men feeling the effects of this one. It has been an intense 15 minutes to say the least. Now Howard sent to the floor by Tejano. Tejano catching his breath in the middle of the ring. Going to allow the Hollywood Hunk to do the same on the floor. We are reset at the 15-minute mark, and away we go. Scooped up for an air raid crash. Tejano into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Tejano! Huge victory with an air raid crash. What a spirited contest that was. Well, side drop, neck breaker drop. Is that not an air raid crash variation? Love it. Okay. Oh, I didn't update my text file at all. I'll do that right now. I was having too much fun doing the other bits. The other bit being, of course, the title series graphic, which now includes Jack Howard. That is the end of Jack Howard's tournament, by the way. They finish with a less than stellar 4 points for Jack Howard. Well, you gotta start somewhere. All right, so we have 2 people that are through. Their tournaments are over. There's a lot more. I always do this. There's a lot more from there. There you go. You see our current bracket at the end of today's activities. Thomas Walker, far and away your winner. No one can catch him. No one has 8. And no one has 8 points and 3 matches left. So Thomas Walker, far and away your number 1 seed. We'll see how if they can end on a perfect sweep as they face Mickey Williams eventually. Williams has 2 more matches. Bill Bullock only has to face Mickey Williams. So Mickey Williams has to face Bill Bullock and Walker, and that finishes 3 people. Matt Robson can face El Tejano. And then Kenta Kobashi's got to face El Tejano. So we're going to need 2 more shows. We're going to need 2 more shows to get through this. And then in our 3rd show next week, we should be able to book, I'm hoping, we should be able to book the actual championship tournament. Let's get over here. So bear with me for 1 second. I need to update my text file with all the results and whatnot. I didn't even write down who was fighting. I just wrote down the first matchup and then did the rest on the other document there. Okay, 96% with that one. Bullock and Houston. Houston wins. Oh, it's a clean sweep for the red corner, by the way. That's fun. David Houston defeats Bill Bullock for 90% of fun. Okay, and then Thomas Walker. Unbelievable streak. Unbelievable streak. Defeating Matt Robinson. 84% there. Worst match on the card, though. But he's successful. You can't argue success. Jack Howard. 92. Another stellar show. Regardless. I'm going to get out of studio mode because I don't have to go back to the other thing anymore. Ending the event with a 90% average card rating. That's 3 in a row. Yeah, it's gonna be a weapon fest, really. Yeah, so all of the bad guys got to like run around and fight each other. It's a full house. The audience love the show. It'll boost our popularity for sure. I would have thought, okay, putting on good shows in other. Mandy Rose and Ricochet are the WWE Junior Heavyweight Tag Team champions. Jeff Cobb and Zack Sabre Jr. are the New Japan Tag Champs. A lot of tag belts being crowned here. Again, we don't have a single belt. Not a one. We've just been PCO and Flip Gordon are the ROH Tag Team Champions. Yikes. Wow. Yeah, like, so much. Okay, so they got 15 other promotions. Brother Yoshi is the Dragon Gate champ again. Eddie Edwards is the Impact Heavyweight champion. That's cool. So, oh my god, look at all that profit! Holy crap. Okay, so charging double is the way to go. So AEW is going to do a singles tournament this month. AAA is going to do a singles tournament this month. GCW is going to do a singles tournament this month. Good for them. Look at all these tournament viable promotions putting out one-night tournaments. William Regal has left NXT. Wait. Oh, Atsushi Onita has left All Japan. Kobashi wants more money. Crap. Oh, Finn Balor of NXT was arrested for causing a car crash. This will hurt their popularity. Oh no, Finn. You fool. Okay, so I gotta go give Kenta a raise. Oh no. How do we do? Didn't sell all of those. Didn't think I would. Training center. It now costs $6 to save that for whatever reason. Okay, I'm gonna run one more show because if I run one more show as successful as that one, we're gonna be above 130 grand, and then I can finally invest not in a ring doctor, in a gym, so that I can get more wrestlers on the roster here. Woo! Okay. Thanks for the tip, Drago. Crushing it. Let's see what else we need to do here. Merchandise we need to worry about. Oh, let me look at my boys. How's everybody doing? Yeah, Howard's hurting. Houston's okay. They're fine. Bullock's meh. Oof. Oh yeah, they want more money. They're already making the most by a long shot. They're making the most in the company. All right, I'm giving you the tiniest possible raise. Hi, Kenta. How about this? A couple $100. Okay. I hope that helps you, because I honestly can't afford to give you much more than that at the moment. All right. Let's do this on our way out the door. Let's look at the last event that everybody ran, just because I like to do this, just to see what's what in the landscape. So that was for a championship belt there. They got 15,000 people in the arena. Dominic Mysterio and Kofi Kingston won the junior belts, the junior tag team championships like last month, and they immediately lost them to Mandy Rose and Ricochet. All right. Babatunde and Carmella tore the house down. That's amazing. Alexa Bliss, Mickey James would have been great. Oh, look at all the people that no longer work there. Lana, Mickey James, Aleister Black. See if there's more up here. I don't know how much longer Jeff Hardy is going to last. Just because he's getting close to retirement, not for any other bad reasons. Eric of the Viking Experience and Mustafa Ali went to a draw. Bobby Lashley versus Tamina. There's a lot of males versus females in this card. That's strange. Hardy and Owens would be a good one. Oh, Ruby Riott. There's another one that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, now New Japan's last show. Let's see what you got going on. Just like to check at least the main event scene. Okay, so this was again for the tag straps. Jeff Cobb and Zack Sabre Jr. beating Hiromu Takahashi and Jay White for the belts. All right. Able to fill a 10,000 seater. AEW. I'm just reading a little bit more advice here from Kane Drago. Man, have you written a fact for Fire Promoter or anything? Like, you should get on that. Even a quick YouTube video like, hey guys, here's some Fire Promoter tips. Ooh, starting out, AEW starts out with a barn burner of a multi-person match. I'm assuming, oh, yeah, it looks like a 6-person match because I don't see 4 nameplates behind the win and lose graphics. And Angelico versus Brandy Rhodes in the match of Brandy Rhodes' life. All right. How are we doing here? Mirror Press Advance. Must have been a squash. See all these squashes. Evil Uno, Brian Pillman Jr., another good one. Lance Archer Wardlow, 5 stars on your Dynamite. Oh, man. They're crushing it. They got 15,000 in the arena. Shoko and Matt Jackson against Chuck Taylor and Big Swole in your main event. Everybody's doing great. NXT, let's just check. All right. Honestly, there's so many. Oh, Santana Garrett's no longer there. There's so many people on the NXT and WWE rosters. I don't really know who they are anymore. Like, I don't remember their indie names anymore or what they've been changed to. Okay, so Atlantis won a CMLL tournament, probably for the junior belt, probably, or one of the belts, in front of only 5,000 people. That's unfortunate. 3,500 for Big Japan putting on a 5-match card. I would have thought they would have had more people than that. I also like to keep track of the size of houses people are running. Like, look at AAA putting on a big 8-match card for only 3,500 people, with the main event of Tito Santana winning their junior championship from Fabi Apache. Again, more male and female matches, or intergender matches, I should say. 10,000 seaters for Ring of Honor. So I'm very interested to see, because we're rocketing through the first year here. Like, we're already in September. Theoretically, we should be at the end of next week. Wait, September? Maybe 2 weeks from now. We'll be at the end of our first year. I'm very interested to see where these promotions shake up, because some of them, like these lower ones, were put in the same position as me, where they don't have nearly the starting assets as, say, these promotions up here. As you can see, they have 200 million to Ring of Honor's like 17 million, but they're making better use of their talent and filling larger arenas than their opposition. So I'm very interested to see how this all shakes out. Much like DDT here filled a 10,000 seater with a couple of, oh, here's a 5-star, Lilyko versus Kazuki Hirata. That is actually a long-standing feud they had for years. Anyway, and then yeah, 10,000 people, no problem. All Japan, 10,000 people, no problem. Ken Kobashi versus Joel Redmond, crushing it. I look for good matches. I look for title things that might be of assistance. You're actually thinking of doing one? Haha! After seeing so many other playthroughs with awful advice. Cool. Yeah, I just kind of I've gone by feel. And obviously the differences between easy and hard are paramount. Like on easy mode, I didn't really have to concern myself too much with pretty much anything. Like, okay, I'll be, you know, like the first 3 or 4 months, you work at a loss. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Start making money. Oh, they had a straight up tournament to crown a new champion in front of only $3,000. What a field to determine a new Impact World Champion. TJP, Chris Sabin, Carl Anderson. Chris Sabin, by the way, who just won the belt last month, put it on the line in a tournament the following month. That's weird. Eddie and Alicia Edwards both. Wait a minute. Eddie Edwards beat his wife, Alicia Edwards, in the final of this tournament to win the Impact Championship. That is hilarious. Oh my God. The Edwards went at it tooth and nail. The winner to be the sole possessor of the Impact Championship. Man, I hope they stay together. Or she'll just like sue for the belt in the divorce and she'll have to give it up anyway. Alright. Oh, I don't mind going by feel, but if I can go by feel, which I have been, plus friendly and useful advice like you have been providing, then yeah. That's the goal. Oh, Noah. So lofty. Going for that 30,000 seater. Half full, but still, man, keep that dream alive. I hope they're charging a pretty penny for their tickets. GCW, see, they got 5-match cards and they're filling out at least 5,000 seat arenas. Oh my God. Wait a minute. I didn't notice that. GCW signed Johnny Valiant and then put them in the main event with their champion, Delilah Doom. Or maybe they just borrowed them. But either way. Okay, here's the other one. 10,000 seater. Finally, the Legends. The Legends promotion is booking suitable arenas. But at the same time, let's take a look at this card. Shono Misawa, Akira Maeda, Rusha Kimura, Tadao Yasuda, Akira Taue. Oof, that would have been rough. Sasaki, Atsushi Aoki. Rest in peace. I think we lost Atsushi Aoki like 2 years ago. Like to the day, either today or yesterday, somewhere around there. Nakanishi, Doug Furness, Shark Boy, Takuma Sano. I gotta tell you, on paper, this is looking like a real good show. Shinya Hashimoto, Steve Williams would have slapped. Great Muda, Jumbo Tsuruta would have been way better than 72. Fujinami Kawada probably would have been better than 78. I'll give you Matt Bentley, Bison Smith at a 57, sure, but I don't understand why it was the top of the card. And then Scott Norton had a team against Takaiwa's team. But hey, they sold out a 10,000 seater, and that's the important thing there. Okay, title belts. Let's take a look at our look at that. We have no champion. WWE doesn't have a heavyweight champion. They have tag team champs. I hate that you can't see who they're partnered with. They have a junior heavyweight champ. Oh, they have a 6-person champ. Unfortunately, Damian Priest is hurt. It is El Desperado that is the current IWGP champion, with Shingo Takagi being the IWGP junior heavyweight champion. I like doing just a quick... Okay, Jericho is your AEW champ. Serena Deeb is the AEW junior champ. That's actually a pretty good 1-2 combo for your champs. Space Cat is going ballistic, running back and forth up the hallway and then staring at me like, did you see me run? Brian Kendrick is your NXT champion. I like that a lot. Nina Samuels, I gotta tell you, I don't know who that is, but they are the junior champion. Cameron Grimes is in charge of your junior heavyweight tag team straps, and more power to him. Mephisto, CMLL champ. Atlantis, junior champ. Just by names alone, that sounds fun. Oh, Mysterio also... Oh, okay, I don't know who that Mysterio is. Kazuki Hashimoto, Big Japan champ. And Toyuki Nomura, Big Japan junior champ. Yeah, again, I'm not so familiar with Big Japan. He's on something, like he's just lost his mind running around. Nino Hamburgersa, still the AAA Mega Champion. So Tito Santana, not Tito Santana from Strikeforce. Tito Santana, current AAA star, is the AAA Junior Champ. Okay. Brody King, your ROH Heavyweight Champion. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah. That was... Vincent, your Junior Champ. Okay. PCO and Flip Gordon are your Tag Team Champions. Yuck. And moving on. Mal, the DDT Champ. Oh, it is Sakiaki as the junior champ. Neo Nomura as the All Japan Triple Crown champion. Hikaru Sato as the junior champ. Good luck getting off him. We'll just kick your face off. Brother Yashi keeps winning the Dragon Gate. I guess that's the open the Brave Gate. No. Whatever their main one is. Is it Open the Brave Gate? Open the Dream Gate? Open the Dragon Gate? One of the Open the Gate titles. Whatever the main one is. Meanwhile, Yamato is their junior champ. Okay. Eddie Edwards, the second Impact champion after Chris Sabin wins it and puts it online in the tournament immediately. Didn't crown a junior champ yet. Okay. Oh, Kazushi Sakuraba is the GHC champion. Yikes. And Seiya Morohashi is the junior champ. Okay. And as you see down here at the bottom, Delilah Doom, the heavyweight champ. And I believe the junior heavyweight tag team champions are real life fiancés, Delilah Doom and Eli Everfly for GCW. And then Eli Everfly's got his own thing going on as part of the six-man champs. And in your Legends promotion, okay, Davey Richards is your Legends champion. Your Legends junior heavyweight champion is Donovan Morgan, who used to be junior tag team champs, but Kid Cash and I think Atsushi Aoki won the junior tag team champions in this promotion. And then apparently Takaiwa, that last match there, crowned a Legends 6-person tag team champions. I don't know who their partners are, unfortunately. And this is the only failed promotion so far. It was too big and collapsed under the weight of all these Hall of Fame salaries. They lasted long enough to crown Batista the champion after Pedro Morales won it and then dropped it to Batista immediately. And then the company folded after 3 months. So that's why we have such a plethora of Hall of Fame level talent, literally, amongst our free agents. Okay. I never look at the personal or general advice in these things, because I've played the game before. But my time to play the game, today at the very least, has come to an end. So let me just make sure I have everything turned off or on as need be. Okay, here's my title graphic, or the Championship Series graphic. There, saved in the word processor. There's my text file. We've done 8 months already. We've only doing this 3 weeks now. 8 months of hard-hitting GWA action in the books. The first couple of years generally whip by because you can only do like 4-match cards if you try your best. All right, as I said, everything else looks to be in order, so I can do this. And there I am. Thanking everybody for watching. No matter where, when you happen to be, wishing you all chill vibes for the moment, non-contact high fives. If you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. A quick announcement, and it's actually an announcement of an announcement. I should, during this stream next week, have a little bit of an advertisement to roll for you. That's all I'll say. We are going to be, in broad terms, let's say, we are going to be giving up one of our Thursday slots in about a month's time. We're still going to be doing wrestling, but it won't necessarily be GWA wrestling, and I assure you it is for a very good reason. More on that next week. We will be back Friday afternoon, that is tomorrow, at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, to shuffle around an underwater hellscape tracking down little girls in BioShock 2. Like, that's pretty much what we're doing in that game. Shuffling around an underwater hellscape to look for little girls in BioShock 2. Until then, TTFN, let's go find ourselves somebody to spread a little love to. There we go. Alright, on the way out the door. Tejano Jr, apparently. Ah. Wink. Thank you very much, one and all, for hanging out. Hopefully I see you tomorrow. If not, thanks for spending the time with me you did. Ta-ta for now. Let's do this. Ooh, punch my microphone stand. And then hit the button that gets me out of here. See you tomorrow.